Good evening, everyone, and welcome to some more Super Metroid Link to the Past Randomizer 2v2 tournament action. Tonight we have the winners bracket final between Croc featuring Solsky and Aussie, and Team Fart featuring Andy and Ivan. My name is Tracy, and with me today is Apathy Duck. How are you doing, Duck?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm doing great. I joked about this earlier. I'm gonna just declare Ivan the winner already of all four of them because he's the only one that did not have to play that qualifier seed that a lot of you hopefully have stay tuned for. So the other three coming off that qualifier, it's gonna be interesting to see if that affects their play at all.
Yeah, I mean, these guys are all pros, so it'll be hard to tell if anything's coming up. Maybe an early ped check.
Yeah, maybe.
The not agains. But besides that, I don't really see much happening with these guys. These guys are, I mean, just on pure, especially on the SM side, just on pure ability, probably the top two teams in the tournament. Certainly remaining. I mean, we did have
I would
the
agree.
Sluffy Sloters team, but they had issues on the other side on that. So, but yeah, these are really good teams. I mean, Ivan, just one of the old school SM players. You know, having it's always any percent times only like a 44 something, but he got that like 7 years ago.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, he used to be in GDQs and such. So
yeah, that's a old route time too. So 44 in old route is way more impressive than a 44 in new route. So
oh, for sure.
He's been around forever. As a 127, I believe, in Link to the Past 2, so top's there. And he's the best Link to the Past player. You know, solid SM player too. He's got like a 48, I believe, last I checked on that side of it.
Did he update recently? Because last I looked, he had a PB in the 50s, but it was an old PB, like a seriously several years old PB.
Yeah, I don't think he ever submitted it. I know he's got 48 though. So,
yeah, it wouldn't surprise me.
He definitely has a 48. And Aussie, number 3 in RBO, I believe, still, just behind Zost and Zenny. So a really impressive time there. Another solid Link to the Past player. And Solsky has speedrun before.
Yeah, I mean,
like Solsky, like if he just decided to do a speedrun, he'd I just
if he put the time
48. 27, 26, like on the Link to the Past side, like he's right there too.
Yeah, I would agree. We might have to learn things like blind script on if he were to do NMG Link to the Past, but you know.
So, yeah, but yeah, there's just top runner. I mean, Aussie is the number one runner of a Link to the combo randomizer, pretty much.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, across the board. I mean, Azur's right there too, but I think most people, I think even Azur probably admit he's probably got a little bit of advantage on him in the randomizer. Aussie just knows the stuff so well. See Andy here doing a little behemoth climb coming up.
Yeah, I didn't see what was down there that he decided to keep.
I mean, you couldn't, like, we kind of brought this up yesterday. Even just, you need so many bombs.
Looks like 50 rupees.
Yeah, honestly, 50 rupees is worth it. Like we said, it's like about 20 seconds. The problem is, like, if you're sending your partner here, there was tree. It looks like there was bomb tree pull, so Ivan's going straight to escape here. But yeah, just getting something.
Also there.
So you can do something different. Your partner is actually pretty big. So just money, $50 or bombs is actually worth it.
All right, Lumberjack with I think that was power bombs. I don't think we're getting that. The guaranteed power bomb pack in Sphere 1, we don't have to worry about those if that's what was sitting there on the Lumberjack ledge. Escape so far not showing a whole lot. We got some missiles here.
Yeah, I've been having a little trouble over here messing up the kind of like automatic strat here. But he's getting through just fine.
Yeah, once you get through this room, it's not a big deal because you can just use pots for the ball and chain guard if you need to. It's also nice to just clear this out early and not have to worry about it.
Yeah, but with that bomb tree pull, just clearing this out. I mean, if you get a weapon or a tree pull, anything besides, if you just get 4, you can't really, you need at least 5. But I think there was 8s, so they had plenty.
Okay, Asa can be the first into Kakariko.
Yeah, with those bombs, I know Aussie and Solsky will a lot of times just both head to Kakariko, one north, one south, with the delay from Retro from one of them. But the bomb tree pole is what pulled them off that. So it looks like, again, I'm just prioritizing the bomb drops here, going to
Hook shot.
Sasha. Maybe we'll see an Eastern play. It's one of the reasons I don't like early Sasha's. I always feel like obligated to go in Eastern at that point. But
yeah, I think Solsky likes the Eastern play, so he's the one headed over there.
He certainly at least likes the Sasha play. He'll definitely just do Sasha and not go into Eastern. He doesn't feel obligated to do both.
I don't think we've seen a map check yet. Green Pendant and Pod, though. Ivan gonna start South Shore. I saw that super pack. Did we? I'm not sure if I'm just a little choppy on my end or didn't see what else.
Yeah,
and a lamp, a lamp over in the back of the well. So we got a fire source.
That does actually put all of Eastern except for Armos in logic.
Yep.
That's one of the reasons why I'm kind of against it, because same thing with Escape. Without the lamp and the glove, not all of it's in logic. Now all of Escape is in logic too, with the glove and lamp as well.
Okay, 2 supers in the back of Saha, according to chat. Yeah, lamp, glove, hook. That could be screaming in East Death Mountain. Completely in logic with both the lamp and the glove. Also could mean the high jump boots area. I remember a seed once where I was about to die, so I ducked into Norfair, and there was my morph ball sitting at the high jump P-tank.
Yeah, with all of this, I feel like we're going to see a pretty early Death Mountain rush, probably like a Gina or anything. Just there's so much stuff up there. And it really
Aussie and Andy, the ones in Kakariko, probably going to be the ones to go there, so...
And it could, like you said, it could be the hook is actually irrelevant, and it's really just the lamp and gloves. You know, something either on Spec Rock or in that high jump area.
Also nice not to have to worry about a fire source early. I mean, obviously, you want the fire rod as well. But not having to worry about dark rooms, not having to worry about a fire source. If the fire rod is late, you know, you'll be able to finish things like Desert and do Hera Basement if you have to.
The other thing I start worrying about when I get really early Death Mountain access here in hard mode is E-tanks, because you might also have to do a morphless hell run. I don't think we've seen any yet. It's going to be, I think it's 5 no matter what, right?
It's 5. Well, speed doesn't get you Bubble Mountain, will get you Croc.
Yeah,
we have definitely, which we've definitely seen that.
But yeah, it's only 2, I think, in logic to get you Croc, even though like you barely are in the.
I know, right? Yeah.
You can do it on 0.
I don't know. I don't think we have gotten a morphless Bubble Mountain required. Those are kind of nasty. Like getting back, it's the hard part isn't getting there. The hard part is getting back if you don't get Morph Ball.
Yeah, I run OREO and like I've done it like, oh, I have like 4 E-tanks. That's plenty to get there of high jump. And then you want to save because you want to like kind of save scum everything. And then I was like, oh, I got to get back now. And it turns out that's actually way harder.
Yeah, and then there is that speed booster.
Yeah, so that's
Croc. That's Croc.
I think we need at least 1 E-tank for it to officially be in. It is possible to do. These guys.
I think it is 1. It's either 1 or 2. It's not a lot.
Yeah, they're probably
mainly
not
because
Croc,
for the gate glitch, you have the bug refill that's right there. And since that bug refill is just right there, you don't have to. You have a place to refill when you fail the gate glitch to go. You just go right back and refill a bunch of times. It kind of sucks. I mean, like it's one of the harder gate glitches just because trying to do that gate glitch with the timer going is a pain.
There's also no like I don't think there's like a good like running setup to make it a 2-frame window.
No, there really isn't. But yeah, I do think you at least clear East Death Mountain before you consider going, making the Croc play, because that's just, I mean,
yeah, definitely.
Croc without more
on my radar at this point.
Yeah,
I mean, even that speed booster will give you Bubble Mountain with more E-tanks, so if they start getting a pile, or just far.
And to be clear, the reason why the speed booster gives you Bubble Mountain is because you can use it to make that jump in the first room of the Cathedral Hell Run. can't get up through the Bubble Mountain area because you need power bombs to do that, and hard to lay a power bomb. Actually, I mean, regular bombs would do it too. But either way, you need Morph Ball to do it, so. But yeah, we do see Ossie's rescuing the old man, so his intent is to do Death Mountain stuff.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see at least the Norfair dip here just for the one check. Maybe do that. I mean, you can also do that later and then check Bubble Mountain, or not Bubble Mountain, excuse me, Spec Rock. But definitely the big haul here. It's going to be 6 items over in Paradox, or 7. No, excuse me.
7, yeah.
8 with 8 with Spiral. Oh, he's going. Okay,
yeah,
he's going to Spec Rock.
Spiral's slow.
Yeah, but you're over there. You don't have it.
Oh, of course you do it.
But yeah, there is 8. I honestly, I would just go over to Paradox, and then if there was nothing here, come out and clear this up, because you could just find more, and then maybe you're just going straight into Norfair, and then you have a speed booster, so you can do like Croc up if you wanted to.
Yeah, I've heard that argument. The nice thing about that E-Tank. See, normally that's the kind of E-Tank I don't like to see, because it's way out of the way to go get, but you kind of want it because you might need it for hell runs, but you kind of don't want to go that far out of the way to pick it up.
Yeah, at this point, I'd definitely be picking up that E-Tank. I mean, honestly, obviously, like I said, 30 RBO, so he's not scared of the hell runs, but I don't care how good you are, at some point you just need help.
Yeah. I mean, you need at least 3, literally. I mean, I've seen it done in 2. That was Behemoth, though. And that was with lucky drops and it being Behemoth movement. So you really want to have at least 3 to even consider those hell runs, regardless of logic. And thank you, Ossie, for picking up those hearts and stopping the beeping. Get a sick kid check over from Ivan, just missiles. Yeah, looks like Andy's
I don't think it's possible with 3, because you're going to shine, you're going to crash.
Yeah, that's very true.
Other stuff.
Yeah, of course, that particular hell run I'm talking about was with high jump boots.
Yeah, that's the same. And like I said, coming back is also another thing. Like, I don't think you can get back in. I don't even know if I can get back in 3, honestly.
Yeah, you may be right. I'm not sure you can. Like, typically, I think I know in the Varia randomizer for SM only, it's 1 more tank to get back than it is to get over. So I'm not sure if it's still 5 tanks to get back or if it's 6. And just money on the floating island that we don't care about. By the time we have access to it, I have a feeling we'll have spent all our needed money. Well, there's a nice item. There's a sword for Ossie. Which doesn't really open anything.
Gives you a sword.
But we're gonna, I mean, eventually we're gonna need 2 of them and preferably 3, so. Okay, I think this is gonna be the dip into Norfair for at least the item at high jump boots.
Yeah, especially with this being a giant blink, which is really surprising. Like, Norfair is the only other thing that all those items lead to. And if this is a blank, I really kind of expect, either Varia or E-Tanks to pop, and it's going to be because why did it? I mean, like, the game doesn't necessarily work this way, where it's like it gives you items so you can go get something, but it's very odd that it places all this stuff because it just opens up the spheres of where you can put stuff. And
we've got 3 E-Tanks. Logically speaking, Ossie didn't pick up the 1. Looks like he's going to go for the Croc play.
Yeah, like I said, as long as Ossie knows there's enough E-Tanks and Logics, he'll do this. He's not.
Yeah, absolutely. It's kind of similar to a. I mean, of course, it's mostly just doing a fake flipper play without knowing where the flippers are. But it's pretty common that if you know the flippers are available, that you might send your partner to just do it. This fake flipper play didn't pay off because 20 rupees on the hobo, not really useful.
Yeah, at this point, Solsky just doesn't have much else to do. He's just going to let Ossie clear out this stuff, and Solsky might as well get a couple of these checks done. you know, just using the advantage of co-op. But it's got to be at this Croc area now with this E-tank count and speed and, you know, glove and lamp. So yeah, the hookshot just looked like mostly a red herring.
All right, he's got plenty of ammo for this. Low ammo Croc can get a little bit scary.
Yeah, doing the triple bingo tournament, I realized like, hey, you actually don't need that much.
Yeah, you don't need that much, but
he's got a ton here.
Yeah. But you need enough.
Yeah, it's only like if you're on like 5-5, then it's bad, but after you're pretty much okay.
Yeah, looks like he's not even gonna check the item over there yet, which, you know, with only two E-tanks, understandable.
All right, and he's doing what I was talking about before, doing the red tower up, not without morph. I don't think this is in logic in hard mode with just speed, but Andy's just maybe thinking something else might pop to put this in logic to do this red tower shine.
No, this is definitely not in logic.
It's a little bit of a tight, but it's not too bad. Looks like he's got it here. Yeah, there he goes. Except for that. All right. I was about to say, I thought he was trying to start on that other side. I didn't think that worked because you run out of room before you hit this door. He's just accidentally running through, though. Alright, that looks good. Meanwhile, Aussie showing off how to do these short charges. Yeah, this... I don't think this makes sense. Like, you already have the Croc stuff in logic. Like, Andy can definitely do that, and like...
Yep.
He needs something else to put this in logic.
Yeah, Ice Beam, High Jump Boots, Space Jump, I think are the ones that put it in logic.
Yeah, all those would definitely. So, yeah, it's a bit of a weird call. And even if there's something big here, let's say he finds hammer, right? Like, if there's like morph down at Croc, right? Then they would just get hammer pretty naturally doing this later. Yep. So I don't even think like snagging something awesome, because this isn't like a deep and hidden location. As soon as you find morph, right? Mm-hmm. It actually becomes a very easy location once you find morph. So like this is always such an odd play. It's just like one of those things. Like that's why I just hate this location, because like everyone just does it last. So like,
yeah, most of the time. I mean, yeah.
Is he keeping this? I mean, it's 10. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, maybe that seed did affect Annie's brain. I'm not.
Yeah. I mean, it's when you get Morph Ball, 10 Power Bombs will be nice for Bryn Loop, but...
Oh, you get out by going up the... Actually, this is how much I hate this. Like, the only time I've ever found anything has been Morph, so I didn't know you actually got out by... So it's not actually that long to go up and out for 10, but still, like... It's pretty long just to keep a Power Bomb. Which is weird, because one of the things I've kind of taken from Andy and Ivan, like, watching them, is, like, they're pretty aggressive on skipping stuff. Like, me and Cutie were very much, like, grab everything, because, like, oh, it might be a Hell Run or something. Mm-hmm. So it's just... I know that 10 mark is really nice to hit, but it just feels odd. Oh, and we've been talking about all this, like, oh, we can do Croc and the plot. Like, Solsky, meanwhile, I was doing the very like basic thing to do with.
Yeah, with Speed Booster, just go ahead to Pink Prince.
And that's what Andy's doing. He's just coming straight here because he's going to be doing the same check. So this makes a little bit more sense. Still, like that red tower check just felt so long.
Well, I mean, it's. Depends on how long it takes you to get that Shine Spark, but yeah, it's out of logic. Yeah, I'm still not a fan of it.
Yeah,
I mean, there's still 2 items there, and now that whole area is less lucrative to come back to later. So
yeah, I think
decide not to go back to it.
Like, it's definitely decent routing to do this. Like, just come up and do all this thing, but yeah, it's just that one check is pretty long. So.
Well, looks like if the answer is behind Speed Booster, it's that pink Bryn Star. So. And Ivan decides to do a Houlihan, which could. We don't have flippers yet, so we have the blow.
Never mind.
It's in logic.
There it is. The mitts.
Ah. We have mitts, we have Moon Pro, we have Dark Gold access. We have access to a whole lot of stuff now.
Yeah, so the interesting thing now is going to be, like, Brinstar is always very valuable, but they've actually cleared they cleared out Retro, they cleared out all this stuff, they cleared the Reserve Tank, we still have Edecoons, there's still a couple things in pink here. But the value of doing Brinstar later on is going to be much lower.
Oh, for sure.
With them having done all this. So we'll see when and if they send someone down here.
This is when you want to try and skip going back to Bryn Loop. Now, in a co-op, it's a little less painful to have one of your players go back to it, but it's certainly not likely something you're going to prioritize. But now everybody's going to have to take that speed booster and go over to Big Pink to get those mitts. Sadly, mitts are great, but I'd rather have a hammer for my Dark World access. Thank you.
Yeah, I think specifically in this situation we have speed, because speed allows you to chuck more than screw attack. I think basically it just means Wreck Ship is now more valuable than the Bryn Reloop, because you also have
that makes sense.
Speed to do the Wreck Ship reserve check. Yeah,
screw attack's funny because it lets you get to Big Pink, but doesn't let you do any of the early supers checks. But it does let you do Gauntlet, which is a not fun check if you can avoid it.
Yeah, Andy was very gingerly trying to time that short charge just correctly when you could just like do a very easy short charge and just like jump through the blocks.
Yeah, I know.
I guess there's always the risk of missing that jump and then you get stuck because you don't have Morph Ball, but...
Okay, let's see what Zora has. Looks like nothing. Let's see. So also gonna grab some bombs. Of course, fun part about SMZ3 is because we have bomb capacity upgrades still in and arrow upgrades, we often end up with more than 10 and 30 respectively. He needs the moon. That's where that Moon Pro was, just right there in Link's house. It looks like Asi is going to head over to the Dark World. And maybe it looks like Andy's going to do Dark Death Mountain, possibly Solsky as well. Ivan's still a little bit behind everybody, needs to go get those mitts.
Yeah, it's always interesting in a co-op situation when one person's significantly behind in a chain because like they're just kind of catching up while the other person's progressing, so you sort of just end up doing like kind of normal stuff. So we'll probably see like Thieves Town and that kind of stuff here from the guys who got the mitts first.
Yep.
And Andy beelining to Dark Death Mountain, which is a little interesting.
I mean, with the hook shot, you can get all the items, so yeah, I could see doing it.
Yeah, it's probably not a big difference. Like, I tend to think of things in a priority list. Like, Thieves Town is probably your number one. Like, Crystal's your number one priority. But, like, the thing is, like, you're going to do this anyways at some point, right? And I suppose you can, like, snag the hammer or something like this. Like, as long as you're only doing things that are very likely for you to be done, it doesn't really matter the order you do them in. The only thing that matters is, like, maybe you have boots later, but technically boots would speed up anything later, and you don't know.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, and actually, I mean, if you can get boosts before going into Thieves Town, that's even all the better.
Yeah, my thing with Thieves Town is always I want boots, hammer, and sword. And
yes, and there's a hammer. There's that hammer.
Where do you buy Annie's plot armor? Like, Is it on eBay? Like,
I don't know because I need to buy it for myself and I don't have.
it's just. I mean, Solsky's going here right now as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I was saying, like the biggest thing you get is Hammer because that's what you want for Thieves Town, and that's where it was. This is definitely a play that I would not make. I mean, it makes total. I'm not saying it's I think it's a good play, but I'm just too dumb to make it. So.
Yeah, it's easier in a co-op. I'll grant
it's
it
still
that.
easier in a co-op. Yeah, I just feel like. I mean, maybe you send your second. I just would be like, me dumb, me go Thieves Town. Like that's just like.
go get Crystal. Yeah.
Yeah, go get Crystal. Like that's always my thought. Whereas like something like, especially like this, like you're gonna put it off, like. You're gonna do it eventually. Like I think there's some sense putting off like maybe like regular Death Mountain off because maybe you can get mitts and you do everything at once and that's really big. But at this point, it's like what else are you gonna get? I think the only thing they're really isolating now is Spike Cave, which they'll just have to keep an eye on it for.
Yeah, well, Spike Cave's not that hard to get back to.
Oh, and they still have to do Hera. They're just gonna
exactly.
do Hera anyways, which they do have an access to now. That Hammer's actually really annoying without. So I guess there was some argument to be made for putting that off until you have mirror that way you can mirror back and do.
Yeah, that Hammer location is awkward for Hera because you can't go to it unless. I mean, now you can go to it, but now you have to start back at the old man cave and then make your way across, back up and around.
Yeah, but they're end up doing the same things anyway, so really no one has an advantage here whatsoever.
Yep.
I could see. I think it does make sense. I assume Aussie was probably heading into Thieves. I think the right call here is now that Solsky's found that Hammer to call Aussie off and send Solsky. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Because you don't want to be having to worry about that item in the big chest.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Aussie can again. There's very high value stuff, especially with the mitts already. Aussie can come around, do like Smith sequence, that kind of stuff. Kind of really annoying without flute or mirror. So maybe I wouldn't be surprised if we just see a Smith sequence skip
or
here.
Solsky can start with Hype Cave.
Yeah. Again, he's going to do this. You're going to do this no matter what. So just doing this right before Thieves isn't that big of a deal. But yeah, exactly
I kind of feel like Solsky, heading straight to Thieves Town and let Aussie finish at Hype Cave makes a little more sense. But maybe he'll get boots here and then
like I said,
I think for Thieves Town.
It's the three things I want, right? So whenever I can do Thieves Town first, I don't have boots. Or Hype Cave, I'll generally do it. It does get a bottle and a shovel. Those are two things you can check real quick. Bottle a little bit more easily than the shovel.
All right, let's see. Where is Solsky going? Gonna check Pyramid Ledge into Catfish maybe, or gonna head over to Pod without a bow. Bow's Pod in SMZ3 always feels kind of bad unless you want to do some potion glitching or mimic clipping. Just because you're not gonna get a bow lock bow in this version. We don't have progressive bows here, so if the bow is in one spot, it's not gonna be behind a bow locked area.
Yeah, the other thing with SMZ3 is like we've sort of added this whole game that's just a giant pendant dungeon. So it just tends to be. It's also way more dense. So like pendant dungeons really go down the priority list here. Mm-hmm. We have Pod and Swamp, which that's 11.
Oh, that's
the likelihood that nothing is in either of those is. I mean, it's still decent. I mean, it's certainly more than a 50% chance that there's just nothing there.
Yeah, interesting. We already have the hook shot, and we have 3 people that can hover and a 4th that can do a Moldorm bounce. So the hook shot really wouldn't have been required outside, just like something in Hookshot Cave. In fact, the hammer was in Hookshot Cave.
I just forget Aussie can't hover. Like that's just so weird.
He kind of can do. I mean, I think if he absolutely had to, I've seen him do it, like in Hookshot Cave for short periods. I just don't think he develops the skill because he's like the Moldorm bounce guy.
Is he?
Yeah. Yeah, he took your finding and ran.
He did. I will say, like, I mean, I just slashed Moldorm's face and went flying. Like, I Honestly, did actually like improve the technique until like its final form. I think he
Yeah.
made the. I think he's the one who came up with the spin method, actually.
Yeah, and he has a tutorial that everybody was using during the last Link to the Past tournament. So
Yeah, so he did actually he advanced the tech in it partly, so he does deserve credit on it as well. I mean, he honestly deserves more than me. I just I just made a stupid mistake and then I went yeeting across the map. And then me and my chat were like, "Can we make this if we do this right?" Like we start like drawing pictures, like overlaying it.
that's pretty good. Okay, Andy almost finished with Thieves Town. At some point, somebody on Crockpot, I expect to go to Thieves Town.
Yeah, like I said, I think they are playing smart here. They're doing nothing but incredibly high value stuff, so it really doesn't matter. You'd have to have the jettiest of all jet seeds. That like this wouldn't matter. Like you'd have to have like more like in Thieves Town, and that just leads to a bunch of SM stuff that you're just never going to do this. So, just it makes perfect sense.
Yeah, it's funny because we'd have so much right now for Link to the Past in terms of being able to get to items. You know, when you have Hammer and Mitts and Pearl and a sword to use, and then of course we have for SM we have a speed booster, and we've already checked everything that speed booster gates. So, or everything that speed booster gates without a morph ball.
Yeah, we do have Aussie heading into pod already, which is kind of interesting. Again, you're saying it's not the greatest thing. If it's a crystal, it's actually not that bad because I guess it's fine here too because Bo really only locks the very last item, which is be able to mimic clip. That's not gonna be a big issue. But
yeah, and Aussie also founder of the mimic clip, if I'm not mistaken. So why not?
That doesn't sound right. It might be, but I don't think he did. No, the mimic clip's been known about for a long time. It was in Mimics 1 and GT, and then it got translated to the mimic clip we have now.
Gotcha. Okay, Ether Medallion over at Hammer Pegs for Andy. One of those. Oh, I guess that is the Turtle Rock medallion, so that is needed.
Yeah, that was the other reason I didn't mention earlier, but the reason just to go ahead and beeline that is you get your scout on Turtle Rock, which is going to be really important.
Yeah, and it's going to end up being Soul Ski into Thieves Town. And Ivan going to finish up Tower Hera here.
I've been trying to punch Moldorm. Yeah, this Hera play, I feel maybe a little. I mean, they really are running out of stuff to do. It's like stuff just. I always feel like this stuff happens like, oh, that's early in call, and I was like, wait, they're actually done. Like they're out of stuff to do.
I know, right?
It's just a really long thing to do, and like you get the mirror, and there's only 2 items there, plus you still have ether tablet. Like it's pretty gross. Granted, the thing that Aussie's doing is also gross. So like they only have gross options. I think
pretty much
pod play probably makes more sense because again, unless there's something on either Helma or Ped, probably not gonna have to kill Helma here.
Yeah, Andy dragging the Smith without a mirror, that's never fun.
Yeah. Aussie's just gonna be doing the right side here in case there's a hidden bow somewhere.
Yeah, we saw an E-tank, so I think that's 4 E-tanks. So we're getting close to that Bubble Mountain logic. I want to say we've seen 4 distinct E-tanks.
Honestly, not even doing this Buffalos. I expect nothing but the most like corrupt way of doing stuff from Aussie, so I'm pretty disappointed in him right now. I will say though that doing it Buffalos destroys your thumb, and he already did that bed seed, so you know I'll give him a little leeway here. Oh, and Ivan's got to come back for this beat. Yeah, this is just the grossest Hera. I mean, he's got to do this at this point. Didn't we see a blue cane somewhere?
Maybe.
Yeah, Aussie found
Yeah,
one.
Aussie
Okay,
has
so
one.
Aussie's got the blue cane. Team Farts knows nothing of the blue cane, but that does put Spike Cave in logic. We do have a
Mhm.
bottle. So Spike Cave is fully in logic, which means Ivan can't get to it. I mean, obviously you can just come up to Spike Cave, like it's not like, but it does couple in nicely with this. But Farts knows nothing about it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely not enough. Oh wait, Ivan's on
Yeah.
3 hearts. You're not doing Spike
You
Cave
need
on
you need
3
5
hearts.
to do it with the fairy revival. I think.
Okay.
Well, I know you can do it with 5. I don't think you can do it if any less. You might be able to do it, but that's with boots too.
Yeah,
Is the
and
minimum.
yeah, I mean, it takes 14 to do it straight up um, without anything.
Yeah, without boots. You can do it with like I think 11 with boots. We talked about yesterday, but
Yeah.
that's like god level tech. It's really difficult to
Yep.
do. But yeah, it's one of the reasons I really like the net because it effectively, if just a very few hearts will give you Spike Cave by itself. Well,
Yeah,
with
that's a good
5.
one for Spike Cave. That works out.
It's the main, especially in co-op, because you very rarely have in like regular Link to the Past or solo SMZ3. A lot of times you'll just have the hearts to face tank it. Like I think people forget about Spike Cave a lot in co-op because a lot of times just normally like, well, I can just face tank it, but like you generally
Yeah,
never have the hearts here.
not in
Rare.
co-op. Yeah, I've come to the conclusion about the bug net that because my big concern, or not concern, my big problem with it is I see a lot of people just going ahead and getting a bunch of fairies to save themselves in the bad fights and the Ganon fights, and I've kind of come to the conclusion that that's fine if if it's one of those things where you're a really good player and you're just in case I'm gonna grab that extra fairy. But if you're getting that extra fairy because you think you're gonna die, then you should be buying a potion. And it's those players that I worry about, the ones that just I'm gonna die, I'm gonna buy it. Oh, hey, flippers,
Ooh, that's
which is not hard
not
required.
anything. Well, I mean, we could. Oh no, flippers. No, we don't have mirror yet. I was say flippers. It's not Ice Palace yet. It's
Yeah.
not Swamp yet because we don't have mirror. Don't have fire. So yeah, flippers are meaningless at the moment.
Yeah, pretty much.
That was pod. I didn't see that pop. The flippers are in
Yeah,
pod.
yeah, flippers in pod.
Yeah. Okay. Aussie. That's right. Aussie has it. So. Yeah,
I
I mean
mean,
that's a item in a pendant dungeon. Those are required flippers. So
I
it could
mean,
just be that the
they
game is
are
just giving those to
yeah,
you for Ice Palace and
yep,
nothing else.
logically required flippers. Because Ice Palace is a crystal, but unless there's something in Swamp, they will not be hard required. Because every other Swamp is the only place you can't sequence break around the flippers. Every other flippers check that has a way around it.
So it used to be pre-ice icebreaker that the rule was never fake flipper to ice unless you was like very specific circumstances, like go mode
Yep.
or something else. That's kind of way now with icebreaker.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So now it's never fake flipper to ice without the red cane. The thing is,
Yeah.
so Solsky might just be able to completely skip those flippers, but since they know about it, it might induce them to go to Ice Palace a little earlier than Team Farts goes. Because they might not have, I mean, obviously they'll still need a fire source or fire rod or bombos, but later on, just the knowledge of those flippers may actually end up making a difference.
Yeah, ideally you want that cane, like you said. It just makes things so much faster.
Yeah, if cane pops are for Team Farts, then I don't think it's really going to play too much into their thinking, especially with a pendant swamp. Like they're just when it's pendant swamp, you're like I just don't care about the flippers.
Yeah. Well, in its pendant swamp, I kind of prefer. Well, I don't kind of. I prefer not to see the flippers at all. Like, just
Yeah,
don't give them to me.
Yeah, 100%.
I'll go to Ice Palace and pretend I found the flippers and just do even pre Icebreaker because you don't want to have to go into
Mirror.
Swamp Palace.
Mirror's like it's swamp and a bunch of other gross locations, but
Yep.
it's nice to have, so it's always very weird. Is this the first Croc we've seen from Farts? Actually,
It is. They have not done this yet.
Yeah, that's actually okay. When I said, I definitely think they should have probably done this before Hera. I mean, Hera's a crystal, but like it's so quick to do. Like it's like the most uncrystal crystal that you can do. And it was just like walking there was so long. It basically turned Hera into like Thieves Town, and it's only 2 items. Like
Yeah.
while this was just been hanging here the entire time, they're probably pretty nervous about this right now. We know it's nothing, but in fact now Aussie's doing the All right, well, welcome back to this restream of The Matrix.
Yep, we got our people working on it. Okay, so we're trying to fix some stuff over on the back end on the restream side of things. To the best of our abilities, we'll do it off the restream for now. We're going to be a bit behind, just to warn you all from what you see. From what I could tell while we were off, runners basically were retracing all of each other's steps. So not a whole lot of new stuff at the moment.
Yeah, I'm actually not even sure what they have left now.
We're running out of stuff for sure.
We're definitely running out of stuff. Now, checking Alpha BB would be a great idea.
Yeah.
Probably actually see that soon from Crockpot, honestly. This might actually be
might.
going to... Nope, it's going up.
No, I think if either of them were going to do that, I think that would be an Aussie play.
I don't think Yeah, I mean, Aussie's done some stuff.
Oh, no, we have Bubble Mountain. That's what we have.
Oh, do we have 5E tanks now? Yeah.
Yeah, I see Aussie's got 4+ reserves.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yep.
Now, Aussie just has 4 here. He should be okay here. Like I said, if he had high jump, I'd have full faith. I still have a lot of faith in him, but this is definitely a little awkward. Might just yeet right by Cathedral here.
Yeah, I don't check. I mean, to check Cathedral here, you'd have to go down and shoot the block. You're not making it through the rest of the hill run.
I've been doing it with 2+1. I don't even know if this can be. Yeah, I've been forgetting that he doesn't have. Like I said, you can. That's RBO is 2+1. If
Yep.
you're not getting the early retro and you're not doing like Moondance stuff,
but you're gonna have high jump in that situation.
Yeah,
so.
you don't have to shine spark and crash. That's gonna just. I mean, you barely get through there. Usually, you're coming out with like. You come out with like 60 or 70 health, but then you have to get to Bubble Mountain.
Yeah, and you have the straight up 5. So ski with 5+ reserves.
Yeah, it looks like they're all just coming here because it's got to be here.
Yeah, I think that's all we have left at this point.
Yeah, honestly, like I'm almost surprised no one has done this a little early. Like it's gross with this loadout, but it was in logic. Ivan's kind of in a bad spot, unfortunately. He's gonna have to dig out some E-tanks here.
Yeah, I think so.
It's just not. I don't even know if it's how doable this is before. And even with plenty of health, just gonna be checking Cathedral here. I think they're all praying it's morph too, so they can.
Yeah, so they don't have to worry about getting back
so
out.
They can get out. If this is something else,
because if it's morph, I mean, they can just speed boost your back out. And it's not a problem at all.
The other problem with these morphless hell runs is you don't have a crystal flash available.
Yep. Well, they only have 5 power bombs anyway. 10 on Andy's side. I think everybody else is just 5.
My God, that's still the only.
That's only the second power bomb pack we've seen. That's crazy. Usually by now I'm like, no, please don't give me more power bombs. But no, if with only 5, I want more, even though I don't have morph ball yet. Yeah, I don't think those missiles are worth it, Aussie.
Yeah, they need the morph to be able to get out with speed. So yeah, if it's anything besides morph, they're going back that way. Now they do have. Yeah, no, I was thinking like, there's no suitless. They do have the flippers, which would get you back. So if you had like a spring ball or something, that stuff would be in logic. But
yeah, there's nothing you can do in Meridia without a morph ball.
Crumble Tower does not need Faria Hazard. I've had it happen to me before. Oh my God, you're. I think Shadow might be right. It might be. I've had Morph Ball here before. It took
the Crumble Tower Shine Spark from Crocmire. Yep. Oh boy. Or it could be the mirror that Aussie just found.
I mean, the seed I did was like over a year ago, so unless they changed it, but I definitely had one that was Crumble Tower Hell Run.
Now, you'll notice that Aussie doesn't check the next item there. With mirror, you don't want to lose that mirror. If that item had been nothing, then yeah, you could check the next item and just reset because you're going to have a save somewhere anyway. But you can't get back out from the actual wave beam item unless you have, some combination of grapple or space jump. A way to get out.
Funny thing is, Ivan's digging out this E-tank, and then if they figure out it's Crumble Tower, I think he would have been fine with what he had to actually just get there.
Yeah, very possibly.
I mean,
you're gonna take that mirror and you're gonna do the mirror.
Maybe because he has to come back out. Well.
Okay, looks like we got our feedback. So
we're now in the future or the past.
We're now in the right. We're caught up in the right space. Let's hope this works out well. I'm also gonna save before heading back across because this is non-trivial. The hard part is the very last, very end where you have to wall jump, and if you're not used to doing that wall jump, then it can get really tricky.
Yeah, and this is what I was saying before. You see, Aussie, he's coming back out, like, because they did the saves. Oh, never mind. There's a mirror. We're good. That swamp. Hooray.
yeah, mirror and flippers, just what you want to see.
We had the suitless, the high jump spring ball one. Yesterday was the gravity and right sand pit with spring ball on
That was
What
so bad.
are up with these seeds lately? They've been just
I don't
terrible.
know. Well, I'll tell you, like, I had never seen a hard required stutter 3 seed until the tournament, and we got one of those, like a couple months ago towards the beginning. And then I had never seen a bootless suitless seed. We got one of those in this tournament too. So I don't know. I'll play something up. And Aussie is gonna follow that mirror right away. Andy gonna check this next item. This is a bad idea because and it's boots, but you can't keep them, Andy.
You can. There's a way of doing this.
Yeah.
I think maybe there is a way of doing it. Maybe it's required high jump to do it.
I think I don't see how you do without space jump or grapple.
You can do it without space jump or grapple. I think it might be high jump.
Yeah, Cutie says you can use high jump to get up there. The gate glitch I wasn't worried about. I mean, the gate glitch. I mean, it's a gate glitch. It's hard logic. But yeah, getting back out.
That is a big find for. I think Andy was probably fully aware of what he was doing. I think he just took one YOLO jump to maybe get out.
Yeah.
That's big knowledge though, because there's only one item in Upper Norfair now that Crockpot doesn't know about, and Team Farts knows about it.
Yeah.
So they're probably going to beeline.
Well, there's 2 other items behind the in the reserve tank
that's
area.
the point. But in any case, there's not many items here. I mean, there's no Croc. Like, you're really not going to want to do this before. Really
once you get Morph Ball, you're probably not checking that. You're probably. I mean, you'll check it after Ridley.
Yeah, you'll come up after Ridley, but you probably just consider those checks to be part of LN now.
Yeah.
So if we don't get stuff for LN for a while, I could see Team Farts coming and grabbing those boots. I mean, it's gonna be slow to grab the boots, but they could do it. And then if there's something behind the boots check, that's gonna be really big for them. So it was slow for Annie to do that.
Yeah.
I think. I mean, I can't necessarily blame Crockpot for. I think
definitely
it was actually
loses
a smart
time.
idea to just abandon it, but that's huge knowledge for Farts.
Okay. In the meantime, looks like Ossie's going to do Swamp, and Solsky will, I assume, do the other mirror checks. It makes a lot of sense. And let's see. Ivan's still trying to catch up on those E-tanks. Is doing Thieves Town. I'm not sure there were E-tanks here or not, but if there were, that makes a lot of sense. Either way, he's going to have to do this at some point anyway. But yeah, I mean, here we go again with these pendant dungeons.
Oh, Annie does. This is basically the worst room in the game jump that Annie's trying here.
Oh yeah, that's without high jump boots. You're
yeah, I mean, you're definitely that jump is so difficult. You're better just doing right side again, or doing this jump here, and then just going for the D boost.
Yeah, the D boost is not that bad. Oh, was that Morph Ball?
I wouldn't be surprised.
In Swamp Palace. Nice game. Nice job, game.
Aussie is continuing in Swamp.
Yeah, well,
that'd be a time to bail moment for me, honestly.
Oh, for sure.
Where everything
even in co-op, I would bail here. Meanwhile, Solsky gonna check Graveyard Ledge.
I wouldn't be surprised if Ashi's just doing left side and then bailing, and just bailing the back, especially with Fighter Sword. That's going to be a very long Argus fight.
Yeah, it's a terrible Argus fight.
But you could just do left side, you get 2 more checks here, and then, like, you don't have to walk back. Like, I don't think that's...
Yeah, we'll see what he decides to do.
He's also just sort of, like, straight up ahead over Solsky, so, like, could just be like, well, I'm just going to cash in some of my extra time here. And, just use that to get a couple extra checks.
Solsky needs to get those flippers out of pod in order to do this.
Oh yeah, those flippers are hard.
Yeah, okay. And flippers.
Team Farts had done pod at some point and used those flippers.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Crockpot just like straight, because this has been completely linear, so they're just straight up ahead at this point. But then there's still, I mean, we've basically just put I guess we still have. This is basically getting more very early because you don't have Meridian, you don't have Lower Norfair yet.
So Andy, we'll see what he chooses to do with that mirror. If he goes into Swamp, he will find that Morph Ball pretty quickly. And we'll see him come back to Bold Mountain for sure, and probably Ivan as well. Yeah, Ivan now having enough E-tanks to make this a lot more comfortable. Yeah, so you're right. It looks like Aussie was just going to do left side and bail. And now we're going to start seeing some SM. So if you're Aussie, do you go straight to the wreck ship if you're resetting to the ship like this?
I think so. Like I said, with that early Bryn play, I think it just makes wreck ship more valuable at this point. But like, you know, he's got the speed to do everything. Oh, he's yeah, this makes sense.
Yeah, starting here. I mean, you don't. We kind of talked about this yesterday because this is what was a late myths location. You don't do this now when you can do it, so. And never because it's bomb capacity. Aussie decides to take it. The extra bombs don't hurt.
What is... Andy. Okay, we're out.
Awfully close. Like I said, that wall jump is not a nice one.
Yeah, and Ivan's gonna have to do this. I mean, it's Ivan with, four E-tanks and reserve.
Yep.
So yeah, they definitely don't feel great with... It's just really unfortunate that just Ivan didn't have the E-tanks. But yeah, it's definitely important to keep track of those early because these situations can come up.
Yeah, I've actually come to the conclusion that until I have both Morph Ball and Berry Suit, I like to I'll usually just go out of my way for the E-tanks.
Yeah, there's definitely a sliding
things.
Scale of where they are. There's Ice Rod on 230. Not that big right now, but we'll need that. Oh,
at some point, yeah.
Ivan has fallen down here. This is not where you want to be. Trying to reverse KO the platform. He's going to be... I don't think he can get out right now, especially if he misses. Ivan, the master of Plasma Spark, but Wave Missile Spark proving too difficult.
And our last mirror check available to us right now. And it's power bombs. Although that's valuable right now. I think that's the second pack that Croc has found. So.
Yeah, Ossie's still on the 5, which is kind of the other problem with going Bryn here. Like, I think...
Yeah, that's why he's Shine Sparking to do the first half of Gauntlet.
It's definitely easier to do... now, he might just be doing Gauntlet. I think just Gauntlet is actually pretty good if you're going to do Direct Ship.
No, but you have to... I mean, 5 power bombs will not let you do Gauntlet without doing something else. Like
but I'm saying, just doing Gauntlet over, like, just going straight to Wreck Ship.
Oh,
like,
sure.
I don't think Brinstar makes a lot of sense here for just the 5. You might as well go to Wreck Ship. But he might just be doing Gauntlet and then going back to Wreck Ship.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I'm just saying that he had to Shine Spark to do it because he only had the 5 power bombs.
Yeah, it wasn't...
Hey, look at Blue Boomerang. He wants it. Might as well. If nothing else, it helps your menu.
He knew I'd be mad at him if he skipped it, so... And he is just doing
No,
Brinstar.
he is going to do Brinstar. Okay.
Yeah, bit of a...
I mean, Solsky's got to catch up a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, he's got speed. Like, the big thing with 5 power bombs in Wreck Ship is you got to do the Sponge Bath, which is kind of nasty. With just 5, you don't really have a lot of shots at it.
Well, he's got speed. He doesn't need to
That's what I'm saying. He's got
bombs.
speed, so
yeah,
you don't worry about it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I just think... I mean, you still have to be pretty tight on your ammo management on a 5 PB Wreck Ship. That's
Well,
why
I mean, you have to be even tighter on your ammo management in the big pink area. I mean, you can do it with 5 power bombs. There's a very specific location if you lay that power bomb that you want to use to open up the charge beam area and the back door of Spore Spawn. Oh, sword. Well, there you go. Although with Speed Booster, you can also choose to farm power bombs down at the bottom there at Waterway.
I'm so glad we have backdoor Meridian logic now. It's great. Just keep adding it on, pile it on, Seed.
Yeah. Well, we don't really have it. We need either Spring Ball or High Jump.
We just found Spring Ball.
Oh, we did.
Aussie
Never
did.
mind.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, Spring Ball has been king troll the last week, so let's just keep
It
it
sure
going.
has.
Let's just keep it going.
I don't. After seeing one bootless suitless and one attempted bootless suitless this tournament, I really don't want to see that again. Like that just should not even be in logic in any mode.
And Solsky has his morph ball. Yeah, so Crockpot has got both their morph balls before either one of them on Team Farts gets theirs.
Yeah, Andy's gonna get there soon though.
Ivan is here's the big problem for Team Farts right now. Andy's basically playing the Seed solo right now because Ivan he just did all this Hell Run stuff. He's still got to go to pod for those flippers.
Yep.
Then he's gonna get his morph ball. Like
Yeah.
Andy's just gonna be like solo playing this for a good bit, and they're gonna have to.
There's nothing Ivan can do. He can't. There's nothing he can do around that. Yeah, but
it's still the boots knowledge.
They have the boots knowledge.
Hole.
Could be, Andy gets his morph ball. He's probably gonna go straight back to Bubble Mountain.
Yeah, the thing is, like, for that boots knowledge to be valuable, something needs to be behind boots, or they just get it early enough that they end up going so much faster than the other team.
Exactly.
But we can't really put lower North Air logic too soon. Oh no, Ivan's just not barely gonna get the it's just so difficult.
It's such a tight.
And Ivan is doing this under equipped. He's doing this. Oh wait, no, he's got exactly 5. Is that the one reserve? But still, I mean, he like.
Oh, there's a bow.
Like, do this at exactly 5 is very difficult.
And Solsky is going to finish up Swamp Palace here. Which I'm kind of surprised. Like, at this point, trying to prioritize things that you have to do rather than things that might have something. I mean, with Aussie going through Bryn Loop, which you kind of hope to be able to skip. Now, clearly you can't because there's a bow there.
Yeah, I mean, it could be a little bit of a counterplay here because, I mean, they did do the Hell Runs, like, as late as possible. I think the only thing they didn't do was Alpha Peebs.
Yep.
And, like, that Hell Run was in Logic pretty early. I don't exactly know when the 5 E-Tanks came in.
Yeah,
but
because there was at least 5 E-Tanks plus a reserve available, so I don't know which was the 5th, and yeah.
Yeah, now this is, like, a decent splitting up between Aussie and Solsky here to fully clear Swamp Palace.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it makes... I'll say it definitely makes sense on some level.
Oh, there's a nice power bomb pack. But the fact that Aussie is going and doing this Bryn Loop tells me that maybe he might get back to the rest of the Norfair checks earlier than we were expecting. So we'll see if that actually comes to
Especially
fruition.
if there's nothing in the Bryn Loop here. Solskjaer's just going to be able to complete skip this, and they're going to be kind of on
he can't.
here.
There's a bow.
Oh, the bow, right. Okay.
Yep, he'll have to get the bow. And the bow is in the middle of it, so it's not like... What they could do, and what we've done in the past, although I forget what that sword was that Aussie also got.
That was also reserve.
Okay.
The spring ball and the sword reserve.
So yeah, he's probably going to want to get that sword, so probably going to be forced to do all of it. So one thing we've done, if there's something in Big Pink but nothing in like the Edacoons or the early Supers area, the person who didn't do it will clean Blue Burn Star and grab the thing in Big Pink.
Hey, look, an E-Tank.
A nice vanilla E-Tank. But that's not really going to be an option here, unless Solsky wants to bet on swords in other places.
Yeah, I didn't see what dropped from Argus, but I don't believe it was anything.
No, I think Swamp is dead unless it's Ped. So, and trying to think at this point. I mean, Suits can always be a Ped, but if that's the case, they're just not going to get him.
Yeah, well, I mean,
I shouldn't say that because I had a seed where gravity was hard required and it was on Ped, but that's pretty rare.
Yeah, I know Solsky is, especially in co-op, he's kind of against doing the LN hell runs. But if it was specific, if he knew it was specific on ped, that's probably going to change his tune a good
Absolutely.
bit.
Absolutely.
But it depends on, you both need to have a good amount of E-tanks. Like, or have you been paying attention? Like, if they just stop paying attention to where each other's E-tanks are right now, it's going to be really difficult. Like, a lot of teams will pay attention till 5, and then like, okay, we're past that, and they stop really looking.
Yeah, in particular, the Varia suit. Like for gravity, it's not quite as bad. It's just a matter of having the right equipment to. Oh, hi, Fire Rod. It's a matter of having the right equipment to do the play. But yeah, for Varia in co-op, it's so much harder to have all that ammo for crystal flashing plus all the E-tanks that you want to have for it, because you're just skipping so much more.
Yeah, well, I know for a fact Team Farts can do all the Dragon escape stuff because someone had to teach it to them.
Nice.
Yeah,
okay, so
Ivan is now a double spring ball jump master thanks to some jerk.
So yeah, Bryn Loop, the entire Bryn Loop with stuff. That's so rude. Like, you give them the late morph ball with the trolley hell runs, and you don't even let them skip Bryn Star. That's just wrong.
Yeah, it's just weird. I feel like what Aussie and Solsky are doing, like, I feel like it should have been reversed. Like, Aussie go direct. I mean, it looks like, there's obviously stuff in Brinstar, so this definitely wasn't a seat where you could put it off for too much longer. But yeah, like I said,
sadly,
Wreck Ship right away seem a little bit more valuable.
Sadly, we have 2 medallions and not the one we know we need. Yeah, Fire Rod on moat for those of you, for whoever.
No, we've all three now. Bombos is at beta.
Oh, I see it. Oh,
I forget what Ether was, and then Quake was at Combo.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so we have, everyone's got a little bit of the, well, except for Ivan. Ivan's got none of the medallions, but everyone else has a bit of the medallion puzzle. Yeah, meanwhile, Ivan is still digging out this, he's just so far behind.
Yeah, behind.
It's
just
because of
just the E-tank situation, just not picking up the E-tanks.
Yeah, I can't say like there was anything like they did wrong necessarily. I mean, maybe pay attention to those E-tanks a little bit more, but especially when it's
I don't even know. I don't even know if it was a not paying attention thing or if it was just he hadn't gotten to, or he just skipped the locations that had them.
I think so. I think what he wasn't paying attention to, he was thinking like, I've got 3+1. I can do that on RBO. Which I'm not sure if Ivan has an RBO, but he can obviously do that. He just forgot that, I have to do it with Speed Booster, and that's worse. Like, that's much worse. So there was definitely because he came in and was like, I'm just going to go do this. And then he realized, because he just went for the jump, like he had high jump. He was like, right.
Yep.
So there was definitely some brain fart from Team Farts.
Yep. Seems fitting. Okay. Ivan gets his flippers. He's gonna be able to go get that morph ball. And let's see what's going on at the wreck ship with Solsky having finished up his Fantoon fight. And good news for Team Farts, Andy is doing Pink Bryn. We'll see if he goes into Blue Bryn as well.
Yeah, because we don't have any suits. I mean, I guess technically that back in Meridia isn't logic, but
yeah, I don't think anyone's going there anytime soon.
I mean, we're running out of stuff. Like, if this wreck ship doesn't pop anything else, like we got good stuff. We've already seen most of the Escape or Eastern. I don't know if there's still a third item.
Well, there's boots in Bubble Mountain that we know about, and there's 2 other items in Bubble Mountain that we don't know about. Croc is also gating 1 more item in the cosine room that you can't do with that morph ball.
Yeah, good point.
Which, that's a terrible place for an item, because, especially in co-op, because you're not going to have both players do Croc unless there's something there in the morphless situation. So only one of them actually has Croc down on each team. It's like, send the person that already did Croc to the cosine room and see if there's something there, and then there is, and so now the other player has to go do Croc as well.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to go out of your way for those boots and the 2 items left in Norfair Reserve, the player that killed a Croc, it's probably not a bad idea just to go and pop it.
Yeah,
because otherwise that's just so orphaned. Mm-hmm. Granted, they already found the boots on kind of one of those 1 in a million plays, so like they might say like, well, we already got something, we don't need to do this other long check.
Okay, we're gonna see the rest of Red Tower now from Aussie. And I wouldn't be surprised if Aussie does an X-ray, does some early X-ray strats to see what's over there.
Will we get the X-ray shine?
Oh man, that's a hard one.
Yeah. I think you need high jump for that though, to be able to jump up there and actually shine.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me.
I'm sure.
I'm definitely not in logic.
Here in about a second, so don't worry about
That
it.
that spring ball though does put the play in logic, but it's just it's just not something you worry about until.
Yeah, it's 5 E-tanks with that Varia, and then some.
Yeah,
items.
it's really weird because in most things this randomizer always has like one more E-tank than the leak settings for SM on the Varia randomizer. But that one is weird because it's one more E-tank with Varia, so 3 instead of 2, but it's like 5 instead of 6 without Varia.
Oh jeez.
I know it's so dumb. But if you're Aussie, I would never try and do this with the spring ball jump until I had as many E-tanks as I possibly could find, and there was like nothing else to do.
Yeah,
Aussie knows how to do early X-ray strats, so if he wants to do it, he would just do it that way. And it looks like he just doesn't want to do it right now.
I don't think he would, because that's just so incredibly slow. Like, I mean, to get there, sure, but then he would just yeet his way back.
No, I mean, he would do the early X-ray deboost instead of using the spring ball jump at the end.
Yeah, I mean, I'm saying it's pretty slow to do that. So.
Yeah, he's just not doing it. Well, yeah, it's nuts, but it's no slower than using the spring ball jump, so, yeah. They're both slow. Yeah, I guess is the point. And he just says, you know what, it's slow, I'm not going to do it. But it's definitely a play we've seen him make. He can be more than capable of doing the deboost drop.
That was sort of his thing in the last solo tournament.
Yeah, until he didn't do it.
Until he didn't, yeah. So he would try to counterplay himself and counterplayed himself right out of it.
Yep. It can happen.
I think this is our first look at Kraid too.
Yeah, I mean you gotta do it eventually, so.
Honestly, is grabbing the X-ray scope interesting?
I mean, maybe you get charge and plasma.
Yeah, maybe you hit X-ray a bunch when you don't want to.
Yeah, that too. Well, I'm sure he's adept at the item cancel button.
Yeah, the problem is like you have a lot of like canned strats, and like you get it so late in Hundo that like you don't necessarily think of it in a lot of places. So
yeah.
We'll see. We'll keep our eye out for unintended X-rays here.
Yeah, I will often. We're over an hour in. I'll often skip X-ray at that point and just be like, well, if I do happen to get, I mean, charge plasma without X-ray is pretty darn good by itself.
That is a sad-looking menu screen there for Solsky.
No, I think it's smart. At least go ahead and use up that reserve tank. He can take plenty of hits now.
Well, I don't know if maybe Solsky's not aware of this, but you can do reserve abuse to save your bacon here as well. So it'd be better to keep it in there.
With 3 E-tanks, if he has to do that, then he's much worse than I thought.
Well, I mean, things can go wrong here pretty quickly, but yeah, he should be fine.
Without high jump, you should only be taking at most 3 hits, maybe even only 2.
Yeah, I don't know if the jumping is weird. I don't know if having speed makes it 3, or you can still do it in 2. I think it's still 2 with speed.
Yeah, I don't know either. Looks like he did it in 2, so I mean, I'm gonna guess that it's not too bad to do it in 2. So I guess I just don't know whether it makes it easier or harder, but it's doable for sure.
Yeah, honestly, I would probably just take it off if I had to do it on very low. I know for a fact I can do it, no problem.
Yeah.
I've done that in Wreck Ship. I just take speed off if I'm very low, because it's like, I know how to do this without it, so I'm just going to take it off, because it's just going to get me in trouble if I'm like 2-tanking Wreck Ship.
Okay. Aussie. Okay. He looks like he just wanted to save everything.
Now,
but wants a reset to maybe still be to the ship if he.
Ivan's doing this full clip. This is like, I think it was kind of defensible for Croc Pot to do it, but since
No,
Ivan's just so
Ivan should not be doing
crazy
this.
behind, like it's just like I feel like if
Like
Andy
Ivan
wanted to do this,
should be going to like Wreck Ship and Crate and stuff.
yeah, if Andy wanted to do this because he knew he was just miles ahead of Ivan and just
Mhm.
like cash in that
Yeah.
free time
Yep.
on Swamp, which I mean maybe they're thinking, oh, it's unlikely our opponents did this, and so we'll send Ivan here, but yeah.
It looks like Aussie just wanted to check the high jump boots area, which is, a pretty fair thing to do. It doesn't happen so much anymore, and it is, especially now that the maps in the early days when the maps were didn't keep the map data and such. This happened a lot more. But what would happen is you would check the high jump E tank early, and then you just never remember to go back to the other two items. I definitely saw that get people back in the day. I think that now you don't see that nearly as much, especially since now, unlike then, the map actually you can actually look at your mini map and see that you've not done it. I know that saved me a couple times in areas like that.
I don't think I've ever looked at my mini map.
Well, maybe you should. What was over here? Oh, was there a medallion over here? Yeah, okay, the Quake medallion.
Yeah, quite.
Yeah, I mean, you might think maybe wait until you know you need it, but one of the things that we discovered is if those medallions are in a place that's not super out of the way, but a little bit out of the way, it ended up not paying for the partner to skip them and wait, because if you did have to go get them, then it just became a bit of a pain and harder to route in.
And we were saying that Solsky was going to come do this because he's the one who found the hammer, but that was so long ago. Ostrey's just doing it now.
Oh, Solsky's done Thieves Town.
Oh, he has done Thieves. Okay.
Yeah.
This might be so. I wouldn't be surprised if the plan here is because it's a little weird to just do a dungeon in the middle like this. But the plan might be we're running out of stuff and we could possibly do back at Meridia. Mm-hmm. Is let Solsky do the one or two other things he needs to clean up, and then have Aussie just go straight there. And by the time Solsky, but he's going to Brinstar, looks like, so. Yeah,
he's got a bunch of stuff in Brinstar he needs to pick up. So I mean, it might be kind of catching up with each other. I think
it might just be the plan that Aussie's going to be doing that Meridia stuff, and he might as well just do this now because he might not come back at any point. I guess he's still got to do Skull, so. They do have they also have the Upper Norfair checks with boot. I mean, right now, like I'm almost surprised Andy hasn't gone straight for those boots. I guess he's thinking there's not. They want us to do everything with the morph ball. He's not.
Yeah, I am too. I really thought he'd go for those boots very, very quickly.
And he just hasn't done any Link to the Past. I think he's just full again. Like he's almost playing this solo right now, right? So
yeah, it's still to that point. Well, Ivan's now getting to Wreck Ship, so that's at least something new for them. Andy looks like he's heading down Red Tower, so this may be so he'll go get those boots probably.
Do you remember which one of them killed Croc? I think it was Ivan.
I want to say Ivan did.
So we're almost definitely not going to see. I can't imagine.
Andy's not going. Just for cosine. No, you send Ivan there if it becomes necessary to check it.
Yeah, I mean, Andy will be able to. He's far enough ahead. He'll be able to get the boots, do the boots checks, and then if they still have nothing, then maybe be like, okay, Ivan, go do cosine. Like,
yeah, I assume he'll do a D boost over to the left side to do the reserve checks as well.
Yeah, I think that's one.
We got 6 E tanks now. I think you just got. I mean, it's in logic to do it with the D boost, and that D boost is not that bad. Of course, it's much harder to get it right when you need it. I don't know about you, but I get it all the time when I don't need it. It's like the D boost to get over to the reserve tank area in Norfair.
I don't think I've ever accidentally done that. How do you accidentally?
No, I'm not talking about accident. I'm talking about, well, hey, I might as well go for it, even though I have other means of getting up there. I almost always make it, and then when I have to make it, then it's like, oh, shoot, didn't make it. Let's get up there again, or let's just skip it for now. Yeah, and I guess chat pointing out that we have that ether medallion. Turtle Rock is open.
Yeah.
And we have a fire rod. We can do ice.
Oh, we do have a fire rod.
Fire rod was at boat, and then we also have bombos. Either way, pick your poison.
Oh yeah, I completely forgot about that. Turtle Rock is hugely important now. I'd definitely be
Eastern,
buying
we can do Eastern. I don't know if I don't know if we got all the items out of Eastern, but we can do it.
that. We'll do Helma. I don't know if we got all the items out of Pod.
That's true.
Okay. All right. This stream froze exactly the same timing when like Fantoon was disappearing, which meant it was an enrage, and I was like, oh no, I've enraged Fantoon. That was like the most perfect timing, but it just so happened that it was a little hiccup.
So there's a lot of things to do, but I still think knowing where the boots are, you just go get them. Like it's such a
but Andy's doing Croc. I mean, like was he necessarily going to come back to Kraid? You might backdoor.
Yeah, do Kraid first. Yeah, those boots aren't helping with Kraid.
He's effectively beelining the boots. He's just doing stuff on the way. So yeah, I think he's fine.
Yeah,
I assume. I mean, I don't see him not going there at this point. Did we even find anything in Wreck Ship? Like,
no. I don't think we found anything in Wreck Ship.
Does Solsky have anything that we don't remember? Yeah, it doesn't look like it.
And just that fire rod on the way, but like that's on the way. So like Aussie and Andy probably don't even bother doing Wreck Ship until after they've killed Ganon.
Yeah, definitely not.
Yeah, I see it in chat.
It's kind of bad for Ivan's just going to be like kind of getting like. I mean, I guess at this point he's not really behind anymore. He's sort of caught up. I mean, he doesn't have a Kraid done, but he has Fantoon, so yeah, he's caught up. It's just Andy was playing solo for a while, basically, so it was pretty inefficient.
Yeah, I see the comment in chat about Andy talking about the boots not saving as much time as other people think. I mean, it's not really so much of a how much time it saves. If you know where they're at and you know they're available to your opponent, like you just go get them.
They're also in logic, like.
Yeah, I mean, it gives
you Bonk Rocks.
Yep, there are items behind them.
We could go into our third.
Well, we can't quite get into desert yet. No, we have a book. We did get a book somewhere. We can go into desert.
How's the lava out there? Fine. At least Andy's got. God, Ivan still has 5 power bombs. What is?
Yeah, this is such a powerbomb light seed. That's crazy.
I mean, Andy's got 25. It's not that. It's just Ivan just doesn't have it.
Yeah.
I mean, Andy got the one at Red Tower. I wouldn't be surprised if Ivan grabs those if he's coming down too.
Yeah, it would make sense. Okay, Aussie gonna finish up Skull Woods here. First, he's gonna fall into a hole.
What's the point of having 4 players who can do high jumpless lava dive if no one does it? It's just it's a waste.
Yeah, I mean, you've got Kane and you got a medallion, so guarantee you can do Meyer.
I'm actually not 100% sure if Ivan's done it. It's just such a specific. He's obviously capable of doing it if he just, but it's just like, did you practice this thing?
Yeah. Yeah, I think Solstice's gonna go for Turtle Rock.
Yeah, I mean, like I completely I missed the fire rod, so I didn't realize Turtle Rock was fully in. But yeah, this makes so much sense. Like this has got to be
sadly, Aussie just got Tempered Sword that Solsky won't have for this play, but he'll be fine.
Yeah. He could poke dash Trinex with that Master Sword. Unfortunately, Aussie's the one who actually knows how to do that, so I yelled at him until he learned it.
Well, Aussie's also the one that actually speed runs this game, so.
Save 16 frames, okay? That's very important.
Well,
it's actually
it is in a speed run.
It's a meme with Tempered. It's not at all a meme with Master Sword. It's actually really, really good with Master Sword.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's see where Aussie is headed at this point. Yeah, Andy is over in the Bubble Mountain area, so he's going to pick up those boots. And Aussie going to turn in the Big Bomb. Yeah, 5-6 Skullwoods and Thieves Town. Yeah, it could be something there. I'm still looking for quite a few things.
Yeah, like I said, I completely. Yeah, I didn't even realize this big bomb was in logic, but I would. We'll see if Aussie decides to go Meridia after this. It kind of does couple in nicely with this pyramid area.
I don't see him doing it unless he finds high jump boots here.
Yeah, the turtle
Or
rock's too
gravity.
big, I think. Like, oh yeah,
Like,
gravity.
there's still too many. Yeah, there's too many other things in logic to be betting on a bootless.
The problem is the other thing is like his partner's doing it now. Like I think a chase. I wouldn't be surprised about a chase here either, as long as your partner's, especially turtle rock, is so like linear.
Yep.
Like Aussie won't be doing anything extra. Then the only thing he'll do extra is he might be able to save a climb that he.
No, I would think that.
Do.
Don't you think Aussie would go to like Ice Palace?
Oh yeah, he's got ice now too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Especially with that tempered sword.
Tempered and Cane, Fire Rod. You know, I mean, this is a pretty good loadout for Ice Palace.
This has opened up a little more than I was thinking.
I mean, I don't expect them to. At some point, they'll get back to the Upper Norfair stuff, I suppose. But they don't have a reason to beeline it back there.
Like I said, I don't see Croc going back to Upper Norfair for those boots until Lower Norfair's on logic.
Yeah.
Or they feel comfortable doing it. Like
unless there's something gating it. It's something behind the boots in particular.
Yeah, like if Vari is behind boots, is Team Fart's best hope. Like right now, like
Croc that would be good for Team Fart. Yeah.
Croc pretty far ahead. I think Team Farts is going to be doing something similar to them, except we'll see like boots check here from Andy. You're not gonna get those boots and not beeline the boots checks. Like that's not gonna happen. Because like you said, they're not actually that as helpful as people think they are. I mean, they still save a good bit of time. Like I think probably running over here is definitely worth. But yeah, they don't tend to be as big game changers as people might think they tend to be. But that again, these are two of the best teams. Like they're not the biggest game changer, but this game could come down to 30 seconds to a minute. In which case they would be a game changer, so.
Okay, Ivan also getting the nothing out of Wreck Ship, which is unfortunate for Team Farts. And so he'll have to go and do the whole Bryn Loop cleanup. This is just an absolutely stacked Bryn Star area.
Especially with you having.
I mean, Mitts at the beginning, yeah, Mitts early, and then we saw Bo and Kane, Sword. And with that ice beam, actually, this is getting over to the Norfair Reserve is actually pretty easy. So, Andy's showing it. We already know about the rupee, I think.
Yeah. It's just gonna be these two, and then Andy can't do the cosine. Is the only thing.
I mean, he could, but he's not going to.
Well, yeah. Oh, Silver's.
Oh, Silver's is nice.
Yeah, that's another big time save.
Yeah, and actually, that is a nice advantage for Andy and Ivan, because they'll probably go ahead and get that before they go into Misery Mire. And there's a good chance that Aussie and Solsky, at least one of them, is probably going to, when they go down, if they go to Mire through the Lower Norfair portal. Probably not going to have that yet, because like we said, going to get that whole area afterwards. Looks like Solsky picked up a space jump in Turtle Rock, though, so that'll be nice. Just at this point, a question of, are we gonna get, suits or, high jump, some sort of combination to get into LN, or are we gonna get a flute? And at this point, I feel like it might be the flute.
I mean, just gravity would work too.
Well, we need Varia as well. Gravity plus Varia.
I mean, we would need Varia for flute too, so.
Yeah, that's true. Except for the one check at Screw Attack. Let's see what Laser Bridge has for us.
Looks like only space jump in here so far.
And just very, very rarely a hard required item. And I can't even think of. I'm trying to think of a situation would be logically required. We kind of talked about this a little yesterday. No, space jump.
That was space jump.
Andy's got screw attack. Yeah, that
GT
must have been.
missile or literally everything else for like.
Well, GT missile would be hard required. Like you can't. You have to have space jump to get that.
Yeah, the only other thing is like speed and power and bombs and all that other stuff are behind your criteria PB item.
Yeah, Andy finding wave beam over at the
He's gonna
Rumble Tower. Yeah, yep. A wave is a nice beam to have. You know, charge ice wave is a 100 shot mother brain fight. Not counting ammo. So yeah, I'd probably pick this up too with this kind of E-tanks. But this room is just so bad. Yeah, this room is so awful. Okay, he's out. Does he have spring ball? Because actually, a real
yeah,
it turns out, yeah, if you hold, you can just hold down the jump button with spring ball, and you can get up pretty darn quickly.
I never thought to use it in that room, but you're right. Like I know about that effect, I just never thought like this is a room.
Yeah, it works. It works really well in that room, and you know, it might not be the fastest way out, but it's definitely the safest way out that he had. Yeah, and frankly, even with space jump, it's I think a little safer because space jump in that room doesn't work that well. The wall jumps tend to work better.
Yeah, I'm really surprised we've kind of blank. Trinex might have an item, but I'm really surprised this Turtle Rock is more or less blank.
See, also having trouble with that crumble tower. It's just such an awful room.
Solsky cleaning up that Trinex very nicely.
Yeah, I think space jump is the only thing we got in there.
Yeah, I'm shocked. That just felt like we were running out, and I was like, oh yeah, Turtle Rock, that's huge, and nothing here.
And Aussie did ice, and looks like there was nothing there either. Yeah,
gonna be Meridia. Just pile on the stupidness.
Can we just give him high jump, please?
Yeah, they do. They have ice rays. I don't know. I feel like giving them high jump is gonna be worse because that's gonna put more stuff in the front in logic.
Yeah,
there's everything in logic anyways.
Yeah. Okay. So high
God,
jump.
That space jump. You know what that space jump gives them? Mama turtle.
Yeah. So without high jump boots, and we found this out in one of the races several weeks back. So the obviously Asuni tank. That's an easy one. That one's not difficult. And then it gets more difficult. So the worst of them is the crab supers in logic. And then the mama turtle area. And the crab supers is really bad because once you fail to get into that hole, you're not going back. You just can't. And Solsky breaking the tube. This isn't in logic from the front. It's doable with the combination of ice beam and spring ball, but it's not in logic from the front. You're supposed to be doing this from the back.
Yeah, me and Cutie did this like one of our first races because we missed mitts at Waterway. We both went by Waterway, and for some reason I was the one who started doing this because we saw that it was in logic. We're like, how is this in logic? So I'm doing it for like 5 minutes, and he's like, oh, I found mitts by the way, Doc. I'm like, oh, son of a...
But yeah, it's not in logic from the front, so I don't know why Solsky was breaking the tube, but it is in logic from the back.
Yeah, safe's coming. As I said, safe's coming X-ray, but then like, why don't you just safe's come at Norfair then? Like, what else did he do? And like like you said, you don't want. If anything, you want that tube intact, right? Because you can do the jump.
Yeah, with high jump, yeah, you can get that nice jump up.
Never break that tube without gravity suit until you're going in there.
Yeah,
you want that thing intact because it's. I mean, Solsky would have to get ice beam, although I think that was at crate, so it's not. It's pretty easy.
Yeah, so he'll get that.
Is this our first X-ray?
I think this. Yeah, I believe it is. I mean, Solsky the first person to have an item to make it easy to do, so.
Yeah, and then the seed. One thing I was saying, like, you know, LN is what's going to give them Crockpot the boots. The other thing is the seed drives up again so much that they come here anyways. So, yeah, Team Fart's biggest advantage has gone away now. Although it's, well, no, Crockpot just has dungeons up is the problem.
Yeah.
That Fart just doesn't have.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if they start clearing dungeons on Team Fart's side.
Yeah, I mean, I think Aussie was the one to do. So I wouldn't be surprised if this is a coastline cleanup.
What was it? Was it Aussie or was it?
Pretty sure it was Aussie.
We're gonna find out in a second.
It was the bottoms. Maybe it wasn't.
No, I want to say it was Solsky. Solsky getting those boots probably wants to do the boots checks.
Yeah, which I assume Andy has done. I just didn't see them. Probably should have paid attention to those because those were big. There's so much going on. There's such a weird seed.
It's hard with four screens, as we've said many times.
If Aussie did Croc with what they have left, I mean, it is a bit. I'm like, it is a really gross thing to clean up. I'm surprised he didn't do it, unless he just forgot. Aussie does forget things sometimes. If he has a weakness, it's that, and it's occasional. Like he's usually really good, but every once in a while he'd be like, "Oh yeah, I never checked the library." Like,
Hitaka's saying he reset it, but I did he reset all of it?
Yeah. Even if he did reset it though, the problem, like, what's left? Like, back in Meridia, like.
Well, I mean, if you reset it, then it doesn't matter who you send to do it. Now.
That's true, but he was there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, well, here are the boots check. Yeah, it sounds like that was a piece of heart.
Yeah, it was full heart.
Or yeah, full heart. So it's not there.
It's gonna be back in Meridia, this game. Spring Ball is the MVP of the last week, apparently.
Okay, chat saying Very is in King's Tomb.
Oh, Very was in King's. Okay, well that's huge. That's
yeah. There you go.
Which is unfortunate because that was, man, that would have been big. Because it's like, oh man, that's huge for Team Farts, and then yeah, the Crockpot just cleans it up. So.
Mm-hmm. Which means, again, the question becomes, what is it that's going to put Lower Norfolk in Logic? Because now we do have 3 choices. The flute would do it. The flute would do it. The high jump would do it, and gravity suit would do it.
Are we sure Vari's there? Because then why aren't we going? This is just one item in Eastern, at most for Aussie. Why not just go
I don't know.
LN? Oh, he doesn't have the space jump. He would. No, he's got Spring Ball. He's got worst room in the game. He's got speed, so he can speed out of Croc.
Yeah, it's still out of Logic, and a high jump was Lava Dive. I just have a feeling that the thing that puts it in Logic is probably coming up.
Yeah, but I mean, high jump is the thing that could put it in Logic. You're gonna search the 4 corners of the earth for high jump. I mean, it could also be grab. Like,
you're not going to search if you're competent in high jumpless Lava Dive, you're not going to necessarily search the 4 corners. But finishing a dungeon that you have to clear anyway, I don't think is bad.
It's not that bad.
And so also going to get his boots. Looked like he was going to pick up the silvers. Not sure if he did or not.
I'm going to laugh if it's high jumping back up Meridia to put LN in Logic. That would, yeah, that'd track for what's happening. What's been happening these last 2 seeds.
Yeah, chat asking if Helma has an item. I do not know. Okay, so just power bombs at Eastern.
That might be big. I think the only one I know is good on power bombs is Andy. He had 25. I'm not sure what Aussie had last I saw.
Yeah, Solsky with the 10. It looks like he's gonna skip those silvers because of it. Yeah, without a crystal flash to refill quickly.
Is Aussie going
Back to pot? Yeah, I like this a lot less.
Yeah, I think if he does have
this is not a dungeon.
Tracked, so I only trust chat so much.
Yeah,
assuming he does have Varia, like, yeah, just... I'm not sure what his E-Tank situation is, but you can Crystal Flash, like, you got a couple tries at it.
Well, let's see what Solsky does, because if it was a King's Tomb, Solsky's just gonna go get it right now.
Yeah, I mean, he did beeline those boots, so... Alright. Well, it's certainly something.
No, he's going there.
Like, it could
and
be...
there you go. There you go.
The thing is, like, it could be, gravity is the thing that's your activator, right?
Yeah.
Which, although, do you even need that at this point? I guess we don't have grapple.
Yeah, let's see. So Space Jump gets you through Aqueduct without too much trouble, and you can use Ice Beam to climb the Mockstroids.
Yeah, it's getting out.
You're at a double spring ball jump to get out, right? Or an extra. No, you'd have to use the double spring ball jump because like the spring ball jump to get out of the Precious Room is not a problem. You can't extra climb out of Dragon's Room though, so you'd have to do the double spring ball jump. Actually, can you even do that without high jump? So never mind.
No. Yeah, I was like, no. You can barely do it.
Never mind.
Get one with high jump.
Yeah, exactly.
But you need grapple, and then grapple climb without high jump is way harder.
Yeah, and actually,
Ossie's the only one I would trust to do that reliably.
Mm-hmm.
Andy's gotten pretty decent at the regular one. I know. Yeah. I talked to him and said like, yeah, I'll go for it. And I'm like, okay, it's a lot harder though. Just to let you know. So I wouldn't be surprised if they tried it, but it is significantly harder. Mm-hmm. But if they have a lot of health and stuff, they could just sit there until they get it, you know. So it's not that bad. But yeah, it's without high jump, it's definitely tricky.
Yeah. In the meantime, it looks like Crockpot's just gonna kind of, clean up each other's dungeons.
Ivan cannot be happy to be back in this room.
No.
Nope, and the same thing's happening again. It's like having to return to like the scene of your last indignity is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what a seed. If you just put that space jump earlier, you could just gotten this, and you could just gotten these boots earlier and just gate glitched out. You know, wouldn't have been a problem. I mean, even just a high jump, right, and then you can actually jump up off those spikes.
Yeah, well space jump and screw attack just makes those hell runs so free through Cathedral.
Yeah, and at least Ivan can leave the Roof Rock Speedway this time. Yeah. Thank God.
Thankful, yeah.
Yeah, Ivan is having a seat and a half here. I think like the big difference between these two teams right now is that like Ivan just keep getting caught like behind the chain.
Mm-hmm.
Now it looks like, oh god. Okay, no, he had one more E-Tech than I thought.
No, yeah, this is not gonna work. Nope, nope. This is you need no. This
no,
is
Ivan,
no,
don't
do it.
Oh wait, yeah.
Wait.
What? Okay. I guess he had more energy somewhere. I didn't see it. It looked like...
I saw... Oh, it must have been 81 and out.
Oh, it was 81? Don't yell at us.
81's fine. Yeah, those of you yelling at us in chat, you've seen what this looks like. You know the 8s and 0s look the same.
We have 4 pixels per player, okay? Ivan is also a big dummy, so, we thought it was possible.
Okay, well, we're gonna see cosine room from Ivan.
It was 100% believable in my mind that Ivan forgot there was one more heated room, especially because he was being so careful with jumping down.
I
was
thought
like,
he was
yeah,
gonna
he's
screw
definitely
attack this
definitely
pirates
has
and
one.
get some health that way.
Yeah. Well, normally you would just go down and do the deep, like the KO and just shoot.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, you only need like 20 health once you get
Yeah,
into that
but at
room
one
to get
health,
over
you
to the
have
refill.
to go avoid it, right? So I thought
Yeah.
that's
So
what he was
you know,
doing.
I
Clearly got
thought
one
he
health.
was gonna kill the pirates to just get that 20 health and then you'd have enough. Yeah, and cosine room is not the answer. And here Aussie is headed towards Meridia.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, although I don't know if you're gonna be doing dumb hard things, even though this dumb hard thing is in logic, just do.
I'd rather see the high jump with lava dive, honestly.
I know,
Aussie being
like,
perfectly capable of doing it.
yeah.
I mean, this was in the last race that Andy and Ivan played against Azure and Bunny.
Oh no,
Azure decided to make this play, and it didn't work out well. So.
Yeah, unfortunately, Ivan's also. Yeah, okay, he's got it.
And Aussie with like very little health here. I don't know what's in his reserve tank, but we're gonna find out. Oh, he's got a full 200. Huh.
Yeah, Ivan getting that Croc spark during a hell run was really impressive.
Impressive, yeah. That's a very tight short charge. I really hope that Aussie's plan is just to bail after this one check.
Yeah, Solsky can hide jump list too. Like I said, the one I'm actually not 100% sure on is actually Ivan. Actually, I'm not sure if Andy can do it either. There's
a lot of tricky little spring ball jumps that go with this.
Yeah, I was referring to someone asked if Aussie does high jump list.
High jump with lava dive.
Solsky can definitely.
No, Solsky definitely can do it.
Now, as far as like who do you want to send first? Like, I think you probably want to send Aussie first.
Oh, for sure. Gosh, what even else have we not checked? Looks like Ivan's gonna head into Turtle Rock, which is a good play. Too bad he's gonna get space jump out of it. Now this is a little bit better that Aussie does have the ice beam. He's going to make a couple of these places a little bit easier to deal with. I'm going to set up for a snail climb here, which I learned. It's really, if you have high jump boots, this is very easy to do. All you do is you just spam spring ball. That doesn't work. Yeah, let's see, maybe it is going to work. I tried spamming spring ball here without high jump, and it did not work. Yeah, it looks like Aussie's abandoned that a little bit.
I think, yeah, he's...
Okay, he's just jumping with it. Yeah, with high jump boots, you can just hold jump. And he's timing his jumps with the snail, so that makes sense. See, we've seen Pyramid Fairy on Crockpot's side that Andy's doing right now. Have we seen Catfish? I gotta believe we must have seen Catfish.
I assume Aussie checked it before coming here.
The spring ball jump here, you have to do it from a crouch jump from my experience. And it's still really, really tight. Aussie gets it first try, of course, because he's Aussie.
Yeah, didn't get the spam high wall jump there, so just waiting for the crab.
Gotta get that extra boost from it. And Solsky is going to go back to Croc.
Yeah, wait, what are we? Can we? We can actually finish all the Link to Past dungeons, can't we?
Misery Mire. We'd have to do with this bootless lava dive. We could.
I guess the biggest thing is they can't actually beat Lower Norfair. But the fact that you could beat all the Link to Past dungeons makes me like this even less. Because just get down to Mire, do Mire. I mean, it's possible your Varia suit could be. I mean, Flute could be here. Your Varia suit could be there, right? Like, and then like Grapple and High Jump could be in GT, which would get you means you could skip Gravity Suit. So this makes even less sense now. Like I see people do, but it's like if you can beat GT, there's stuff you can find in GT for SM. Even if it's like, oh, I want to find Varia. It's like, well, yeah, just do GT though, and then see where you're at. You're allowed to come back. You're allowed to do more things after GT. Yeah. Like, it's not like the game's like, no, now you must kill Mother Brain. Like,
yeah, I think you're right, Lack Attack, in chat. I do believe that for Watering Hole and Beach, you do need High Jump. I could be wrong. No, that's an awful lot of wall jumps side to side on the one part, and okay, we're gonna see Crab Supers. Just missiles. Azure in chat saying with ice, maybe you don't need it, and that may be true. Okay, we're gonna.
I have no. Honestly, I have a tracker up for this. Like, what is actually logic with this stupid equipment? I said before. I was almost joking before when I said that space jump gave us Mama Turtle. Unfortunately, Aussie doesn't have. Does he have anything to get Mama Turtle E-Tank with?
Yeah, he's got space jump. No, does he have space jump?
He doesn't. That's what I'm saying.
Solsky has space jump.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It could be Mama Turtle. I was joking before when I said it. I was joking yesterday when I said that Spring Ball and Ped could be required, and here we are. So
I know, right? You can do Spring Ball jump. Doesn't quite get it for you. But you can at least peek the item. It's just bomb capacity, so it's nothing. And super missiles.
That was an item. I was just gonna quit.
Okay. Yeah. That's a reset. Okay, where is his? Did he save? I don't think he saved it all. I think he just went through. What are we missing?
Maybe we are missing Catfish. I don't specifically remember. I was just like kind of with you. Like we had to have seen it, right? Okay, it looks like Solsky is now doing this high jump list.
Yeah, I think that's fine. I think that's a good play. Chat's saying Catfish was a bug net, so.
Oh Lord, Peds and Logic. You said we have the book, don't we?
I thought we had the book.
Did we see a ped check? Because someone did Skull. I would have assumed we would see a ped check there. All right, let's see.
We'll see somebody.
Does at this.
Wait for a menu. Thankfully, we don't have quick swap in SMZ3, so we can actually get a menu to find out if people have things or don't have things.
Yeah, Solsky does not have a Crystal Flash, which is pretty big here. Having a little trouble with this. This is definitely difficult. You gotta, like, I've never actually considered using Ice Beam here versus Nami. That's actually pretty smart. That lower fireball can really get you. Just doing a little turnaround. Needs to get. Isn't just quite getting that third jump, which is unfortunate. Aussie is also coming here. Yeah,
And Bunny in chat saying that we have a book. If we haven't seen Desert, it would seem kind of odd that no one's gone into Desert.
It's a good point.
It is a pendant, but you know.
Yeah, but I mean,
feels like something you do before you do bootless, suitless.
Yeah.
But we're missing something somewhere. You know?
We are missing something somewhere.
It's like Aussie and Solsky are both gonna head for this lava dive.
Yeah, Solsky can. I've seen him do it before too. I mean, like he was doing it correctly. He just was missing that third jump. Like it's just a little tricky.
And
it's a weird place to fail though. Usually it's the if anything, it's the Kago through the fireball that
And Aussie gonna have a little bit of a hard time in worst room in the game, but he is one of the handful of people that can do that wall jump without high jump boots.
Andy can do it. I saw
Andy can do the wall jump. Nice.
Yeah, I saw him doing it. That's what when I saw Andy do, I'm like, I'm just learning this thing. can't have that.
Well, I mean, your partner can do it, so.
Yeah, he can. Although he's not very useful at teaching it. I was like, how do you do this? He's like, you just kind of keep doing it until you get it. I'm like, thanks.
I mean, it's not completely not true.
It's not. I mean, it really isn't. And
we do have spring, and we have spring ball anyway. So
I was still watching a Solsky, and Aussie just eats right through here. So.
Yeah. Oh.
I know, like, I've talked to Aussie before. Sometimes he's like, I just don't feel like doing it, or like maybe I tried it and I failed it. So like, I mean, but he did that so cleanly. Like, I feel like was up on his game on it. So yeah, it's just weird that he was putting this off. A little surprised we don't see the insta GT kill here with space jump already. I mean, there is ammo management considerations to be taken into account, but you have 45.
Yeah, no charge beam.
Not going to Myers feels wrong.
It kind of does.
Not going to Myers got to be wrong. Why? Like he can reverse, I guess.
He could.
Yeah, I don't quite understand this. With 45 supers, like, I mean, Solsky's only got, actually, he's got, like, no, he's got 80 missiles, so he's okay.
And maybe you get high jump boots there. Well, okay, so Aussie not doing Meyer is, let's see, there's the wall jump. He's got spring ball. He can get out of there.
He's got
speed. I don't know. And he's got speed. He can get out of there. Yeah, speed will do it too. Once you've killed GT.
Oh, he didn't have space jump. That's why. So he can't get to. He wouldn't be able to do.
Well, yeah, he can't do it from the front, but he can do it from the back.
Well, I mean, you just send Solsky over there, right, to do it. I guess that makes sense. And then Aussie can always reverse. Maybe that's just the plan.
Yeah, the reverse lava dive here is not too bad with this many E-tanks. It's in logic with 4, and by in logic, I mean the game can put something to lead to morph ball. We had a seed with speed.
Solsky's
and like
straight there. So there was some.
Yeah.
I think there was some discussion of, especially because Solsky's lower on ammo and everything. But I think there's some discussion of like, let me do GT and Meyer. You just go to Ridley, and you can always turn around. The problem is like, Ossie's going to beat Ridley by the time Solsky. Like Solsky's not going to have everything done. There's the cape. I don't think anything was on bumper ledge. Andy just walked by that. I didn't actually see it though. First X-ray check from Team Farts here.
Yeah, sadly, it'll be nothing.
Just a E-tank that's gonna mock Ivan. Oh, Ossie's just going ahead and doing all of the. So yeah, I guess there's some discussion here of.
There's charge beam.
Oh, it's that's huge for Solsky. Actually, he was a little low on ammo here. Does he have plasma? I know Aussie does. There's Gold Sword. Well. He does have plasma, so he's fine now.
This fight is pretty trivial. Is any kind of plasma combination?
Yeah, not having wave actually makes this a little bit more precise. Surprisingly, I learned that the hard way.
But I mean, if you get in the nice spot that Solsky has it in.
Sure.
Interesting that Aussie is clearing. Oh, this does mean he is going to reverse this.
Yeah, that was the plan. So.
Yeah, that's why he's going to clear to the end.
Reverse this.
Yeah, it's doable. Yeah, don't touch that.
that's not a lot. That's not a lot of health to do it. I wonder if he either that. I mean, he could just lava dive. Honestly, like.
Yeah, there's not a lot of good places.
You're at jail.
I don't know. Let's find out.
I thought I saw it. I thought it was nothing. Just an E-tank.
E-tank. Oh, he just wants the refill, I guess.
He's got to be reversing. Why are we not in go mode here? That is a good question.
That is a very good question.
Yeah, that's right. I was just missing the VAR. It made me confused. Dude, what is happening?
We all missed something.
Oh! They can't get out of Dre.
Ivan trying to head into Meridia from the front. Again, this is not in logic from the front.
Well, they can, I mean, X-ray climb, but I don't think Souls can X-ray climb. There's the flute. Well,
nice flute. Thanks, game. Oh, hey, there's another E-Tank. I'm actually kind of surprised Aussie picked that up now, because he could pick it up after Ridley for the reverse. Okay,
now,
and in chat, rightly pointing out that high jump of gravity has to be somewhere before this.
Yeah, I just don't know where we're missing. Now we see Ivan is in... Ivan also has the problem where I don't think he realizes that you have to be backdooring this.
Yeah. I mean, this is somewhat doable with Spring Ball plus Ice, but yeah, you don't want to be doing this. Okay, I'm gonna pull up the logic thing, and I want to see if the because the stuff we didn't see we didn't see watering hole, we didn't see beach. I'm gonna check those out real quick. Of course, I gotta put this on hard because nothing in Meridia is logic without gravity on normal.
I feel like the fact that random suitless spring ball stuff has now affected every single one of the top teams in the tournament at this point. Maybe we should reevaluate it.
Suitless bootless should not be a thing. I completely think that just should be done and over and gone. Okay.
Now, I don't think doing desert here, again, you can just... High jump and grapple could be in GT, right? You can just come back...
High jump and grapple can be in GT so long as they're not required for something in the rest of the game.
With the knowledge we have now, they could be in GT, correct? You could just come back and do desert afterwards. You can just found the flute.
Well, the flute's not in logic, though.
Yeah, but I mean, they're effectively in go mode except for the fact they can't kill Dre, right?
Yeah,
just
I mean...
go do GT.
So
right,
gravity...
See what you have.
Oh, yeah,
and
I
then
mean,
you can come do desert later. Like,
okay, I see what you're saying, but yeah, high jump could be in GT if gravity is available ahead of all the stuff that Aussie's doing right now.
Yeah, which they don't. That's what I'm saying. Just go to GT, and then you can figure out things after GT.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So this is. They've got inner meridian, outer meridian. I can't even tell you which one's which. So, okay, super missile yellow meridia. Yeah, okay, so that's the 10 pass bomb patches with and either gravity or ice, or can springboard jump with high jump. Okay.
Aussie did not save here.
So apparently ice beam puts the the beach and the watering hole in logic. It sure looks that way.
I know Aussie's confident, but I would not have yeeted past the save point here.
No, me neither. But it's Aussie. He's fine.
I mean, there's plenty of people I have full faith could do that, but I don't think everyone knows, like, oh yeah, that will take exactly 3 E-tanks. I will be fine. Like,
yeah, exactly.
It's just the knowledge that he's got. Like, he knows that he had plenty. I don't think you want to be CFing in acid when there's gold pirates around. That sounds
not if you can help it.
That sounds like a bad idea.
Yeah, and I have to agree with the statement in chat. Ivan should be clearing dungeons, and if let Andy do these checks from the back like he's doing. And send Ivan to finish the dungeons that he can clear.
What is the logical answer here? That's what I don't like. What are we missing?
It looks like beach and watering hole might be the answer. That those are in logic without high jump, which again I'm calling it. Bootless suitless just should not be a thing.
Yeah, Andy's kind of the other problem with bootless suitless is getting out the sand is actually really, really difficult.
Yeah. If you had bombs, you actually... bombs actually help you get out here. I learned that practicing Route Rando for League. Andy
Andy-
does get out though.
Not sure how he got out. That was
No, I don't know either. And also gonna check out Desert.
Didn't Solsky just do Desert? What was in here?
I don't think Solsky did Desert. Did he?
Yeah, because I was just complaining about doing Desert.
Oh, okay.
That was what my whole rant was about, was Desert. So, which is a very Solsky thing, that I complain what he's doing doesn't make any sense, and he gets something big there. But
I know, right?
high jump or grapple would get them official go mode for them.
Yep.
I think. I don't know if Solsky. I think he can do it high jumpless.
Well, did we? I mean, we talked about the book. Apparently they don't have it, or maybe that's the thing we're missing, and the answer is somewhere on PET or something. Unfortunately for Crocbot has different players with the pendants cleared.
Hey, morph ball bombs.
Yay!
And we also know that. So gravity has to be. Is also
Oh,
LN
Andy,
access.
what are you going? No, you don't know. No sand pits. Sand pits completely out of logic with that high jump. Just don't go there. That high jump or gravity, I should say.
Yeah, cosine room was nothing. I don't understand.
He's only got one pendant. He finished up swamp, so he did not finish desert. I don't understand this either.
I mean, again, if it's high jump or grapple, solve it for you, right? And you could just be NGD. Unless one of them doesn't want to do the high jumpless escape. I mean, it is very difficult. I don't want to like act like I'm trivializing it, but I feel like at this point in the tournament, like, you know, these two teams have massive amount of respect for each other. Like, you just assume your opponent's going to do it, and like if you spend that much time looking for something that's not in go mode, like that's bad. But yeah. I mean, if you're confident you can't do it, I don't know.
So now the question is Andy going to try and hit these locations in the watering hole? I'm not entirely sure how. I guess you could wall jump off the crab on your way up. I
think you freeze the crab and spring ball onto it.
Yeah, maybe. I'm trying. I can't
freeze it
picture.
and then like do a Metroid climb where you freeze it, jump, and then freeze it again.
Oh, that sounds horrible. Like putting that in logic just.
I mean, it's.
So bad.
Whatever it is, it's horrible. Like we're past that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Andy's resetting the room to get his crabs alive again. Oh dang, Solsky has high jump boots in I guess in Mire. So it is gravity that's supposed to put Lauren Orfair in logic.
Yeah, well, we knew that once we saw. Oh no, never mind. It could have been right. The other lava dive is also in logic. Yeah, flute. That explains a lot. Flute and high jump are both behind the lava dive stuff. So
it's crazy.
The only thing that lets you do that lava dive in logic is, or it gets you the Mire axis, is gravity.
It's hard to get the crab in the right spot there. Also, I'm not sure if Andy's turned off that plasma beam. If he has not, he really should.
I think he's just doing wave ice.
Yeah, he's got the plasma off. Good. Okay, so spring ball jump to this spot. The logic says ice, does not say spring ball.
Oh, it's just ice?
Yeah, for what I can tell. Now, I have a terrible time reading that logic. But I'll read to you exactly what it says about this whole area. It says, can bomb passages end? Either, and it says, gravity or ice, or can spring ball jump with high jump. So ice is its own little thing there. That says it just wants ice, which really surprises me. I mean, there's lots of crabs here, but oh my god.
You just freeze the crab at like with high jump, you can just kind of freeze this crab sort of wherever, and it'll be fine.
Yep.
Well, there you go, just like that. I would just kill that top one.
Yeah, and just climb this crab climb this guy. It just sounds like a horrible thing to put in logic. It's just awful. You have to wait for him again.
Like the problem with this kind of stuff in like a race setting for this is like a randomizer is this is so terrible you're doing this last. So it's not actually randomized. It's just do everything and then do this. And like this is coming from someone who like thinks like more linearity in general is good, but like this kind of forced linearity is still bad.
You're still gonna have to spring ball jump or freeze the crab to get this last bit off. I really hope for Andy's. I mean, I hope it's here. I hope it's gravity's here so he can keep going. But poor Ivan then has to do it.
My screen stuttered when he was over there.
Yeah, I didn't see either. But he's not.
It's
moving
not gravity
any better, so
he's not moving faster.
He's not moving faster. So now he has to make his way up here. And the thing is, I don't care how good you are at this game in general. This is just slow and annoying and just awful.
Well, it's just like, it's the same when I was saying, like, I'm not sure if Ivan can do the lava dive thing. Like, I have a ton of respect for Ivan as an SM player. It's just like, did you practice this one very specific thing? Type of thing. And it's like, with this, it's just like, this is so incredibly rare that, like, who was going to spend time practicing this? And it's,
no kidding.
Well, I'd say it's come up twice. The other time it actually didn't come up, but
it's we've had 2 seats. If this is gravity, we've now had two seats in this tournament with logically required bootless, suitless. Both sequence breakable by a high jump with lava. There it is.
Wow.
There it is.
Insane.
That is incredibly insane.
I mean, even yesterday's gravity suit, like in right side sandpit.
Yep.
Like,
right sandpit, right item.
I guess there's some level of karmic justice here because large part Team Farts is here because this happened
Azure tried to, and in that case it actually didn't pay out at all. There was
that's what I said. That was the other one I was talking about. But so I suppose there's a little karma if you want to say anything about it. But yeah, it's just I don't know. Like it just this was a really hype match and it just sort of takes it and like. I mean, I guess they could have done the high jump stuff too. I mean, effectively, Aussie and Solskjaer are just ignoring this whole thing. I'm not sure how they have high jump. Okay, so they can spring wall jump out of Dragon now.
Yep.
So yeah, they're in just pure go.
They're just calling this let's go. Solskjaer will just have to do a real quick Hera pot to get through Tower of Hera. And Aussie gonna have to finish up at Turtle Rock.
Yeah, so Solskjaer's definitely ahead by a little bit.
Oh, he still needs to do Ridley, and Aussie needs to do...
he hasn't done Ridley. Yeah, you're right. Never mind.
So I would say it's pretty
Aussie's
good.
ahead. Yeah.
Andy with that gravity is going to just go ahead and kill Dragon. May as well.
Dumb question. Does Solskjaer and Aussie both have enough power bombs to Crystal Flash? Their power bombs have been so low this season.
Solskjaer last I looked had 10.
Yeah.
I mean, GT probably is going to have some power bombs, but
I mean, if they have, power bombs is something you, especially after VAR, you don't necessarily keep track of.
If they could still run into Grapple Beam in GT. which case it'd be irrelevant.
Yeah. I mean, technically it's irrelevant now. You just double spring jump up out of the pit, but
Not the ideal way, but yeah. I mean, if you can do it.
there is a convenient tutorial on YouTube now. Well, I don't know how convenient it is, but it's certainly on there.
Polsky, please.
Oh, Moldorm. Okay, well, Ossie's definitely ahead now.
Okay, that's Moldorm down for Solsky. So he'll be the first row runners into GT. Now, if you're Solsky, do you, if there's like an early big key, do you look for grapple?
No. If anything, like most people are more comfortable with the spring ball escape than the grapple escape, so yeah, I wouldn't bother.
You really think more people can do the double spring ball than the grapple?
No, I mean, I'm assuming it's got power bombs. Like you said, look for the grapple. I mean, maybe look for a power bomb, sure.
Okay.
But, like, yeah, like no, just do the crystal flash and
The RBO strats.
anything.
I'd
I'd go get, if anything, if I was so scared, I'd go get the X-ray. Like,
yeah.
that way, you don't have to worry about doing the grapple quick kill or anything. You just zap mother or zap. No, someone. I think I haven't actually tried it. So I think someone said yesterday that X-ray will gets rid of either the spike suit or the blue suit.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Does it get rid of both or just one of them? So you can just do it in the phase that's not a thing.
I want to say it gets rid of both because it's used on done on the same button. I was just saying spike suit.
Gets rid of spike. Okay, yeah. So that's part. Yeah, you can just convert it into the blue suit.
And not, yeah, okay. He's saying does not get rid of the blue, just the spike. Okay. And Ivan making his way over to his gravity suit, looks like.
Now, what I'm lost in this shuffle. What does Team Farts need for go mode? Like, I mean, I guess they're considering that gravity their go mode for.
I don't think
I mean,
they need anything.
This is in such a horrible location.
I don't think they need anything.
Even when Andy finds this, I feel like the answer is just go do the high jump. Like, if my partner found this.
Jump.
If my partner found this, was like, okay, come do this, I'd be like, nope. I'm just gonna hope high jump is somewhere else, and I'm just gonna do the high jump as lava dive.
Yeah,
like,
if you can do, yeah, I'm. It wouldn't. Yeah, it's if I personally can't do high jump plus lava dive.
Yeah, I'm just
saying.
If
I could, then yeah, absolutely.
And assuming Ivan can do it, and Andy, Ivan told me like, hey, this is where your gravity suit is. I'm like, no, thank you. Like,
yeah,
I'm good, thanks.
In the seed, there was where it was actually hard required. Well, hard required is where the gravity suit actually was. And actually, it wasn't even gravity suit; it was flute in the Mama Turtle area. In that particular seed, one of the players, I think one of the players on each team did high jumpless. At least one player did high jumpless for sure, and the other players got the flute eventually.
Yeah,
I think it was one team went and got the flute, and the other team did the high jumpless lava dive. But one player in particular had trouble doing either one, and that team was out because of it.
Maybe Ivan's just not comfortable with it. I'm not sure.
Yeah, he's going for the gravity suit. At least he knows where it is. You know?
I just feel like that's something they would have practiced for this tournament because there's plenty of times where it's useful.
Mm-hmm.
That's my only shocking thing because it's definitely something he's more than capable of doing if he sat down and learned it. I mean, again, it's trick and it sucks. Like, I mean, but like in Rando, if you have a Crystal Flash and you have the lower environmental damage, like you got some time to do it. Meanwhile, like this is just like
This is
awful.
slow and awful.
Like I don't know. I feel like he's almost going to kick himself for picking this up once they find high jump boots. If they do, like if they're just in go mode, they're not even trying.
Yeah, they might not even look for that other stuff because I mean, Andy's in go mode. He doesn't need any of this stuff. Except maybe the ammo. So he might want to pick up that charge beam when he sees it. Actually, an interesting question. I'd like to see what Ossie's ammo is right now, in terms of that charge beam. He knows where it is, so he can go get it if he wants to. But he maybe, if he gets enough ammo in GT, he won't need it.
Yeah, I mean, he's also got... I mean, he's not that far behind Solsky right now. Like, he's only a couple rooms behind. So he'll have time just to go grab it while...
Yeah.
And, like... Again,
if he determines he needs it, yeah, he'll have time. He can go grab it.
I have full faith in Solsky being able to pull all this stuff off, but again, Ossie's number 3 in RBO, so he's likely to catch up a little bit in that. So he's got plenty of time just to grab charge. I would just grab it, just to make sure you don't soft lock or anything. Like,
meantime, Andy is in Misery Mire.
rarely seen Ice Armos.
Nice sword kill.
It's interesting that they're coming the same way instead of... I see a lot of co-op teams split it up.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of going the same way. I'll be like...
Meanwhile, Andy doing his Andy thing. I guess it is a God Mire today.
Yeah, why not?
I thought bombs was there.
They don't need bombs.
No, that's what I'm saying. I didn't think it was a God Mire because I thought bombs was in that chest.
Bombs I thought was in the spike chest.
Oh, maybe that's what it was. Okay. So yeah, I guess Farts isn't going to find the high jump, so they're just going to think it wasn't possible. Yeah, Ivan is... I mean, I can't say there was anything they necessarily did wrong. It's just like Ivan was just constantly behind the seed. Just the way it kind of played out for them.
Yeah, I feel like if because Aussie dipped Meridia, and either he didn't know or didn't care know that was in Logic, the watering hole area, or didn't care to go there.
Oh, high jump on
So I feel like... So okay, we'll get high jump then.
Yeah.
So I feel like they just had the edge the entire time. I feel like they probably take this one and stay ahead anyway, even if they had chosen to get that. I also feel like if Aussie had gone up there and found the gravity suit, Solsky, knowing that he can do high jump, also would have been just like, nope, I'm doing this instead,
Yeah, exactly. Like just what I was saying. Like, and just again, I mean, you may have to do it, right? If you go through all of GT and you still don't find high jump, you still don't find grapple.
Yeah.
Right. Then do it. Yeah, sure. Then do it then. But.
Yep.
He's also. I mean, at that point, you've cleared out so much of the seed. Like, just clear GT at that point. Like, it's got to be in there. Like, where grapple has to be in GT. Somewhere else is it going to be? Like, we've seen the pendants. We've seen everything. Like.
Ped. I mean, I think that's.
I guess Ped. Yeah.
Behind a book that's in GT.
Ped's not even that slow at this point.
No, it really isn't. We've cleared a lot of pendant dungeons.
Oh, did I miss a shout out to Josh RTA there?
Yeah, I do believe somebody checked there.
We also saw Slaughter's refill like about 10 times when he was trying to...
Oh yeah, they
didn't actually refill, but we're Slaughter's adjacent. Oh,
grapple could have been up here, but it isn't.
Yeah, I'm not sure why.
I don't know. I don't know either. Also, sand
why is it not just going straight to...
I don't know. Just go kill Dragon.
I'm so confused. This entire scene has just confused me. My small, tiny brain. I only know how to push button and go reasonably fast.
Oh, apparently Book is behind Dragon. Okay. Well... Oh, Andy's not. They have. Yeah, they have
Oh,
a seat
they
charge.
ammo.
Andy need. Yeah,
Charge.
Ivan needs ammo. Actually, okay. So chat, tell me if I'm wrong because we have very low resolution on these numbers. But I see Andy at 75-45, which is not quite enough. I mean, he'll presumably get some supers in GT. I definitely saw a few. That.
Assuming they go left side, yeah. There was at least one in random room.
Yeah. 75-50, I think.
75-50. So
Just
30,
about does it, yeah.
50 is 30, 36, yeah, that's enough.
Yeah, because 55-55 works, so then you add 15 to 55, you get 70, 50, so it would be 75.
Everyone has their own math way of doing it. I always do 60 supers is enough, and then 36 from Mother Brain 1, and then, yeah, whatever you're down.
Oh, yeah, every time I lose a super, I add 15 for the missiles. That's how I do it. But probably, yeah, and looks, yeah, that's what it looks like, 70-35 for Ivan, which is way far from being enough. And remember, the game only puts 80 supers in.
Only.
I know, I'll compare it to like vanilla, but you know, for anybody who's used to Super Metroid only randomizer, where it's just a 3-2-1 ratio, and you know, if you check all the ammo areas, you're gonna get enough supers. And if you're playing a full rando, then you don't even care about charge beam.
Yeah, again, it's not Ivan's fault. I can't say there was anything like I can point out where like this was definitely the wrong call or anything, but Ivan's just, and it's not from play or anything. It's just he's been lagging behind, and
yeah, ever since he didn't pick up the E-tanks, or you know, I don't know why he wasn't picking up the E-tanks. If it was just a matter of you know, whether
I think it was just he didn't ran. Just Annie ran into him. And
yeah, Annie ran into him, and Ivan didn't. And it's in co-op. You know, usually, oh hey, you got an E-tank? I'm not gonna worry about that. You know, I mean, that's what you do. If it's in,
yeah, I mean,
if
I
it's
said
in a
it
spot
earlier.
with other things, yeah, you pick it up.
I had that Death Mountain access, I'm thinking, okay, Hell Runs, like,
yep,
that's early Death Mountain. That might be early Hell Runs, which it was.
Yep.
So you definitely have to think about it, you know. We were definitely like tracking. I was counting just total E-tanks. Like I wasn't tracking mine. I was tracking our team E-tanks.
Yeah.
Once we hit 5, we're like, okay, it's in logic. Now, who has enough to do it?
Yeah, and where are the ones that each of us are missing?
Yeah, and then it was just like, whoever had the most, whoever was like, you know, just whatever the situation was, we'd send that person. So yeah, I think it was just kind of blind luck where Croc had them just more equally split up at the beginning, where Team Farts just, Andy got pretty much all of them, and Ivan didn't have. I think there was like E-tanks plus reserves. I think there was a total of like 6 or 7 at that point.
There were at least 5 E-tanks. There was 1 reserve. The reserve like was on blind. So
yes, I think it was 6 total.
So I think 6 total. So it's 1 more than is logically needed. And you know, like you said, with the having to do with the speed booster. To get up there, having that extra leeway was really good for them.
I think that was the problem. I think like Ivan had the 3, and he was like, I can do 3, but then just forgot about, because he went and did like had high jump, completely whiffed the jump because he didn't have high jump. And he was like, oh yeah, and he was like, this is not going to work. And then
or you know, maybe thinking of, I mean, it's been a while since Ivan's been done the SM only randomizers, but you know, the SM only randomizer changes that room so that you can wall jump up without high jump. And we don't do that in SMZ3. And Asi can be the first of Crockpot to go and do the Dragon play.
Yeah, gonna have to ice climb here. I would take that plasma off.
Same.
Asi knows what he's doing, but
yeah, I mean, we're not Aussie.
Yeah. Like, just like that climb he did, like, that's not necessarily the most difficult thing I've ever seen, but like the fact that he knew to do it exactly like that, like he just knows all these like weird, bizarre edge cases, and he's good at all of them.
And you gotta be careful. I mean, you gotta be careful not to drop your space jump here, because those are spikes in the sand. He is gonna take the save.
Yeah, if you drop in the sand here, if you're with grapple, you just kind of come back up. It's not that bad. Here, you would be Metroid climbing again, which is no bueno.
Well, that's assuming you even got out and didn't die from the spikes.
Looking for grapple.
Not finding it. So grapple, right side GT, could be a shack tool. No, can't be a shack tool because for
cool
some reason, for whatever reason, the see. For whatever reason, shack tool's not one thing that hard mode should have that doesn't have is the ice cloak.
We've just been assuming they're considering this off in go mode, but are they not considering?
Well, why would you even go there? Because that's not in logic without gravity. If he's gonna look for gravity, you don't look for it there. So yeah, I'm confused.
But if it was grapple, like.
Well, I mean, Aussie knows how to do RBO, and you can just springball jump out of the. You do your RBO strat. You do your RBO spark in.
Yeah, I mean, he obviously. I
am really confused.
Maybe he's trying to help Solsky. Solsky doesn't want to do this. I don't know.
Yeah, but it's so slow.
Yeah, I agree. Like,
I don't see how this helps Solsky.
I'm the one when Bear Pair found grapple in their race and they had neither suit. I'm like, that's go mode. So you know, that's my opinion of. Like, yeah, just go for it, guys. It's fine.
I mean, he's got to know that anything that uses high jump, that requires high jump, can't have it.
Sure, but he also knows that Warring Hole was in logic. It just sucked. So now he might as well do it.
Yeah, I guess.
What is happening?
Oh, there is a weird springball jump you can do that I've done before that I don't fully understand. Or I shouldn't say springball, it's snail climb. And that's what Aussie did.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, Aussie certainly can do the RBO strats in Shine Spark out.
The thing is, like, the springball is the easy version. Like, so I don't.
And didn't you say Solsky could double springball jump? Because I mean, if you can do that,
no,
then
Ivan can because he was learning the secret ways.
Yeah. So in the meantime, this is giving Team Farts a chance to catch up a little bit.
Yeah.
I think they're still pretty far behind.
Yeah, they're definitely still far behind. I mean, Aussie's going to find this. But then Solsky. So right now it's really Solsky versus Ivan.
Ivan, yeah.
And
because Andy's finishing up.
I'm reading this right? No, Ivan's behind in Eastern.
Yeah, Andy's finishing up.
Oh, he's behind in Eastern and a GT. So yeah, he's really far behind. So no, this is still. Like,
yeah, Andy's about to go into GT. Ivan still needs to do Eastern, still needs to do Dragon, still needs to do Ridley. It looks like.
And Aussie's. I was thinking maybe like Aussie's got like he's ahead, so he might as well look for the gravity for Solsky, so he doesn't have to do this. But I'm so confused.
Now he's about to find it. And okay, well, Aussie gets a gravity suit. Now the question is Solsky gonna go get it?
I would assume, like, why is Aussie bothered? Is Aussie sick? I don't like... I mean, he, like, I was even saying, just do the... Because, like, they went and did the high jump list, right? Like, if you're gonna do the Meridia thing, that's something you're gonna do. It's like, okay, we're gonna hard stay in logic type of thing. But then they just ended up doing the high jump list anyways. So why don't you just do that before all the terrible suitless stuff? Because it might have your answer, which it did. Like, oh, look, there's high jump. We're good. Let's go. But now they have high jump and they're still not acting like they're in go mode.
We're going to have lots of questions for these guys.
I'm going to have one question. What the hell? Like, one question.
But yeah, I mean, it's been discussed throughout the tournament, and unfortunately, it's things like this that scare people away from hard mode. They're so rare, though. But it kind of, I really do think a logic rethink. Either recreating a mode. I mean, you could leave hard mode as is if you like, but if you do that, then you should be making a different mode that's takes out some of the dumb stuff and they call it race mode or something. Or you can just take hard mode and just take the dumb stuff out. And there's not that much.
I'm fine with there being like a challenge mode where it just has all the dumb stuff in it, but you don't race it. Like, it's just... Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'd be fine. Like, you could even, if we did that, create a race mode that's just better. That still has the general hard mode stuff, but, takes out some of the dumbest stuff. But then if you want to create, take hard mode and even make it harder, maybe even put some of the Double Link to the Past stuff.
I think put LN in hard mode. Like, take out the suitless, take out the spring ball stuff, put LN in. Like, I don't see why LN shouldn't be. Put in Dragon even. Like, I feel like people like that stuff's not that compared to some other the hard mode stuff. Like, it doesn't seem.
Yeah,
like that
I went at I it's one of those things I neglected for a long time, learning how to get out of Dragon.
I think you just put in logic and people will learn it because it's not that
absolutely.
insane.
And
at least with spring ball.
It came up.
If you don't put the grapple in, fine.
Grapple plus spring ball, I'd say. Grapple jump plus spring ball.
I would just, if nothing else, I'd put the spring ball in. Spring ball, I'd even make it spring and space, like, the easiest version of it. It's like, so space jumps required. And then put like LN in with just like, make it like 12 E-tanks or something, and just like 50 of all ammo, like some really high number, right?
It's pretty cool. That's actually pretty. Yeah, screw attack plus space jump.
Yeah, if you put like screw attack and plasma in the logic chain for like LN hell runs, like one of them is required. I think it's fine. I think most.
But yeah, I mean, but that would still be your hard challenge mode, which I think would be a fun mode to.
No, I think that'd
like
be
you
fun
say, not race.
In hard mode. It's like, say you're gonna take out some of the spring ball stuff, right? Put in some of the other stuff.
Well, I mean, it's not that much I would take out. Mostly the bootless, suitless, and the stutter 3, but Okay, Aussie. Finish up with Dragon. Does still need to kill Phantoon. Hopefully he remembers that. And we'll see what Solsky does here. Why is Ivan in high jump boots area? I didn't think there was anything here. Maybe ammo. I guess maybe ammo?
Yeah, it's gotta be ammo. I mean, he's at 45 now, so he looks, is that 80-45? 90-45?
Looked like 90-45. Hopefully chat will confirm
that should be enough then. Like,
that's a I had to do a 110-40 during qual, so that was not fun. But it was either that or go to Croc and get my charge beam. 3 out of 4 quals. I didn't get charge beam and my partner did. Actually, no, I think it was two of them I got it. I didn't get charge and he did. And then neither one of us got charge beam, and then one we both got charge beam. But I kept being the person that didn't get charge beam, which ended up biting us in the end because it happened in the race we lost. We had to spend extra time finding ammo for me or really charge beam because I had 30 supers and it just was not going to work. Okay, I've been going into Eastern, Andy heading up Ganon's Tower, Solsky heading over towards Meridia. Let's see if he kills Dragon right away or if he chooses to go get that gravity suit. Alright, Aussie into the Phantoon fight. This shouldn't take long.
So Solsky looks like he's heading towards...
He's headed towards the gravity suit.
I don't understand.
Yeah,
if it was no spring ball and grapple, that makes more sense. The spring ball one is you just spring ball out. Like
if you can double spring ball jump, then yeah.
And like you
can. I don't know if he can.
You have space jump to get through Coliseum. Like if you didn't have space jump, I'd be like, okay. But this
I
is
mean, it's got to be that Solsky can't double swing ball jump or do the crystal flash strats.
He can do the crystal flash strat. I can't imagine he can't. I mean, I guess I mean you're right. I mean, but you just.
I mean, it has to be the reason.
Crystal
like,
flash.
There's no other reason.
Like, I feel like it's simple enough. Aussie could explain it to him over voice. Go to the middle, crystal flash. Wait as soon as Dragon goes off screen, and then if you see Dragon reappear, let it go, and then try again. Ta-da! Like you can just explain it in voice, like.
Okay. In the meantime, Andy's finished up with GT. Ivan finished up with Eastern, so he'll be heading over to GT. Ivan will still have to do Dragon. I didn't like that he left Dragon for later when he left Meridia, but I mean, he will be able to backdoor it and do it fairly quickly. I don't think this is going to be enough time to let Andy and Ivan catch up.
It's not.
But
they're still GT. Ivan's still GT behind.
The thing is, now we're back to Andy and Ivan losing more because of the early game, and Ivan just being constantly behind.
Yeah, I mean it's still definitely because of that, but
because if Asi and Solsky had chosen not to get the gravity suit, then that advantage puts them ahead regardless of what Ivan.
I mean, they still get this
was early
because they have high jump for it, right? Yep. So this still helps.
Yeah.
Like just assume there was a brick wall at Dragon. Mm-hmm. Like you couldn't have this. This still helps that they did the other sequence break because now you have the high jump for this. It's so much easier to get all that kind of stuff. Blah, blah,
oh
blah.
Yeah, for sure.
But
Duelist Meridia with high jump boots, I think I kind of enjoy Duelist Meridia with give me a high jump, and ice and
give me the RBO.
Give me that. Yeah, grapple too.
And I think it's fine. Like I've backdoored Dragon pretty early in some of our races just because it was looking like it was getting to be high jump or suitless. I'm just gonna go Dre. Like, why not? It's not that much lower. If I spike something big there, like that can be a big advantage.
But I guess my point here is like you don't. In these situations, Solsky and Aski might be thinking, oh, maybe they did this without the high jump boots and lost a ton of time. But you're not thinking, oh, Ivan was way behind because he didn't get E-tanks. It's not the kind of way you think.
Yeah.
And so taking the extra time to get the gravity suit just surprises me for that.
Yeah, I mean, I think they'd be done by now. Like, I mean, Aussie was next to Dragon. Like,
yeah.
I mean, the really bizarre thing to me is like, even if it's like, well, Solsky wants the gravity suit, right? He just needs the gravity suit to finish. If I'm Aussie, if I'm already all the way over there, just kill Dragon and then go find the gravity suit. Like,
yeah, you could do it that way.
Or just don't go over there. Like,
Andy finishing up.
Maybe that pet ski just scrambled everyone's brain. I don't.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. Like, that's
maybe it did. Okay, so Andy finishing up GT, finishing up Ganon, gonna head into his Turian. Also gonna head into his Dragon fight. Asi was going to go for the speed booster. Zeb Skip didn't quite get it, so he's going to turn off that screw attack and just do it the old-fashioned way.
Oh, he doesn't have charge.
Nope.
He doesn't have enough ammo.
He's got ammo. He's fine.
That's 61. Oh no! Again. I swear to God. I thought he had like 2 missiles.
Oh, he's got like 73,
Yeah, he's got
53 now.
as soon
Yeah,
as it rolled over
plenty.
from 8 to 7, then it was like, oh.
Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, we have to be careful about those 8s.
Yeah, they'll get you.
Those 8s get me every time. I do believe Aussie still has to kill Ganon, but you know he's still enough ahead of Solsky. I think it just doesn't matter.
No, he killed Ganon. Oh, just no. Did it literally just he did GT, but not Ganon?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, I guess the only reason to do that was they knew they were looking for gravity suit for Solsky.
Yeah, it bought Aussie more time to look for that gravity suit, I think. Okay, now Solsky can go finish up his game. He's got the charge beam, so his ammo doesn't really matter. But yeah, he definitely does. Looks like he's at about, I want to say it's an 85 or a 95, so he does not have enough. So it's a good thing he's the one that got the charge beam. By the way, that is an awful place for the charge beam. One of the quals had the charge beam there.
Everything was awful.
I mean, just to add insult to injury, let's put the charge beam in the spaceship location. But yeah, one of the quals had the charge beam there, and Space Jump was like green pendant or something dumb like that, and I'm just like, okay, not getting it. Okay, Solsky starting at his Metroid rooms. Indy not gonna be far behind him into Turian.
Yeah, I mean they definitely caught up a lot. Like I feel bad for. I'm definitely not trying to dump on. Like I said, it was just I think all the decisions made sense. The sea was just kind of a nightmare, and Ivan just unfortunately didn't have the stuff. Just the way they ended up splitting it up. Like put the E-tanks in a slightly different order, and
Yeah, for sure.
think Team Farts is probably way ahead here. So it just sucks to be in Ivan's shoes in this situation. Because there's nothing he did wrong. It's just he just kept getting behind these massive chains, and like one of them was just E-tanks. Like it was just gross. Like Andy was near solo playing the seed for large portions of it. Shout out to that bumper.
Okay, Asti gonna head over into the Ganon fight. Which I often hear that it's, I guess from the warp point, it's probably just faster to run over here rather than do any kind of save and quit or flute. Did anybody even activate the flute? I guess somebody did.
Yeah, I mean, Croc even has it. Or I guess no, Ivan has it.
For all the good that it did him by then.
Alright, here comes Aussie killing his mother's Ganon. Too bad he didn't kill Aga. Maybe he killed Aga. He could have just saved and quit the pyramid.
Yeah, that actually would be super useful. But no, Aga was not in this one. We did everything else almost. I'd also like to point out, you know, people who enjoy ped seeds, this is a lot trollier than any ped seed.
Yeah. The ped seed, like if you just have book and like mirror and skull woods and logic and fire rod,
Yeah.
they're not that trolly. Like
No,
it's just like
they're really
they're just
not.
long.
Well, sometimes you can just go mode all your pendant dungeons if your go mode items sitting there on ped. My first ever go mode Thieves Town was an ice rod on ped, and I'm like, okay, I guess I'm gonna go do pendant Thieves Town to finish up my pendants now.
If anything, it basically just turns into an all dungeon scene. People don't like all dungeons because it's like so simple. Just like do dungeons, like that's it. Like it just turns it into that.
See Aussie. It's interesting to see Aussie and Ivan in the Ganon fight at the same time, but Aussie's just so far ahead there.
Yeah, he's a Mother Brain and Dragon ahead.
Yep. But hey, we did find those silver arrows in Upper Norfair. Or Norfair Upper, as Ganon likes to call it. Oh no, Ivan.
All right, so Aussie is going to finish first here.
Yep, Aussie finishing up with an official race time of 2:49.32.
Solsky and Andy aren't going to be that far behind. Solsky's still going to manage, looks like, barring any issues, finish a little bit ahead of Andy.
Yeah, Solsky choosing not to do stand-up. He could have done it, but I mean, he doesn't have the full beam combo, so he didn't ever pick up wave beam, so.
Yeah, he would also need both of them to finish at the same time here.
Mm-hmm.
Which I've seen happen, so.
It can happen. Yeah, I mean, it's extremely rare for stand-up to make that kind of difference in an SMZ3. I see it happen fairly often in SM solo, but. Of course, also, Andy without charge beam isn't going to be doing any kind of stand-up.
This is about hour 5 of randomizer for Solsky now. So
yep. Yeah. PSA, don't do your winners bracket final right after a qual.
I was gonna say PSA don't play rando. Like, play triple bingo. It's like rando, but it's better. It's spoiler log, but there's one seed. Something must have happened in Ivan's Ganon fight, because we said they were in the fight at the same time. Ivan's still
here.
He
fell and then he died.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure. He said Ivan's the one person. Ivan's the fresh one. So, but even after this seed, I think you just gotta be tired.
Oh, for sure.
I'm tired. I didn't even play this thing, but we need to never calm again, because we're apparently some sort of like yesterday's and then this. Like, I don't even know which one's worse. Today is worse. I think somehow.
No, today is definitely worse.
And we had a ped seed yesterday, a technical ped seed.
Yep. I mean, I feel a little more bad for a bootless suitless than you know. I mean,
these teams are so good, and like
yesterday they had everything for RBO getting out. And
there's so much cool movement and stuff we could see between these two teams, and it just came down to this weird meme thing, and it's just I don't know.
Yep. Like, now the good news is Andy and Ivan are not out of the tournament, and it would not surprise me to see them come back and end up with the back in the finals.
Yeah, I mean anyone in that loser bracket now can come out of it.
For sure.
Andy and Ivan are the most likely to come out of it simply because they don't have to play anyone else. There's not a gauntlet to go through. They just have to beat one team. to get back to this. So they're favorites just because of that, not necessarily because they're that much stronger than anyone else. But yeah, they're definitely favored to come back here. But there's still a bunch of good teams. There's the Bear Pair team. There's We'll Cut Grass for Rupees. There's
Cronies.
Croc's Cronies. Like everyone, it's a bunch of coin flips. And then of course, same thing. Crockpot is favored to win the tournament now, just because they only have to win one game.
They win one, and even if they lose, they get another shot at it.
Yeah. So like, just based on it's all coin flips. They just have to win the least amount of coin flips. So.
Okay, we're gonna see Andy finish up. Sadly, Ivan's gonna forfeit this, but Andy is gonna finish up. Solsky finishing up with an official race time of 2:52.54. Andy's gonna finish up with a 2:53.52, and I do believe we have Aussie and Solsky, and we'll have to see if we can get Andy and Ivan as well. GG's, guys. Not sure.
2 things. I'm getting speed drunk after that because that was like why. And second, Aussie actually carried me, so amazing game to him.
I was so confused. Who didn't want to do Suitless Dragon? Like, why not Suitless Dragon? I'm so confused about that.
The gear sucked. Like for Suitless Dragon, like
jump, and you had Spring Ball and High Jump.
Okay.
You wanted grapple, didn't you?
So yeah, I want to grapple because I'm like Aussie, how hard is this? He's like, well, you got a Crystal Flash before you get gooped, and he has to be off screen. I'm like, you know what? I guarantee you, Grav is still in Meridia somewhere. Let's just find it. Because by the time I learn how to do this live, I'm gonna I could just get Grav and be fine with it. Because that was like the only other place, unless we forgot something, and like there was no way we did because like. And
well, we were.
By now.
I had to pull up the logic because
we were.
Aussie had full cleared what I thought was in logic without high jump boots in Meridia, and so I pulled it up, and apparently, and I mean, Solsky, I know you don't like hard mode as much as I do, but I also agree that there are certain things in hard mode that should not be in hard mode. Yeah. Apparently, the watering hole location where the gravity was is in logic without high jump boots.
It has to be because where high jump was.
Because where high jump and flute was.
But that's what Aussie was like. Yeah, it's not in logic. I'm like, I think it is because like you have ice, you have spring ball.
Yeah. Andy went and found it for his team.
Like I knew it could do it, but I didn't think it was in logic. And also, it's really slow. Like,
we were surprised.
It's almost better for Solsky to do Lorne Warfare, get high jump, and then do it.
The funny thing, Solsky, is I literally said the Crystal Flash is easy enough that Aussie could explain how to do it in voice.
Yes,
he did, and I understood exactly what I had to do, like with him explaining it. But I was just like, I'm playing. I suppose you've never seen it. Like my hands were like gone, right? Because we did the qualifier before this, and that was, I don't know if you saw it, but that was a really bad. Like it was a pet seed.
Yeah, I saw the qualifier.
To go that long, right? So I'm a little drained right now. I don't know about Aussie.
I totally get
Andy
that.
went and got. He's like 80 and drinking right now. So like,
Ivan the only one here that did not do the qual. So Ivan, you were a little fresher, but unfortunately, just in the end, it just came down to you got way behind everybody else. In large part, I think you just didn't have the E-tanks for the first hell run that y'all had to do to get mirror. Like I mean, forgetting even the gravity suit, but yeah, to get that mirror.
It's just
that one. I told Solsky like take extra safeties, get extra E-tanks. Like, don't want to just. We want to do this right and not lose a lot of time.
Yeah, Ivan.
That was hands down the worst seed I've ever seen.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
At the end of the last tournament, we did I think it was a normal tournament, but we did like a fun hard mode seed against
I know the one you're talking
where
about.
it was required suitless shack tool, and this is worse than that.
Yeah, I remember that seed. I remember Keku handpicked it. And if I recall, like Wild had to teach the other three of you how to do the suitless shack tool.
The other thing is when you're playing a co-op seed, you're expecting to find stuff, right? Like, and be able to tell your partner, hey, this is here. I found the moon pearl and the fire rod, and that's it.
Yeah. That really hurt you guys.
To me too. Like it was basically moon pearl, fire rod.
Yeah, nothing in wreck ship.
It's frustrating.
Yeah,
nothing in wreck ship. Yeah.
I felt so bad for it I didn't want to. I was hoping it wasn't coming off like I was dumping on you, but like you just got so far behind in the chain, not because of anything you
Oh,
did.
I know. Yeah.
Like if the first time, I
Yeah.
think my guess was with the first, he's like, "Oh, I have 3 E-tanks, I can do this hell run," and you forgot you didn't have high jump because you just like ran up there like you had high jump, and I'm like, "You don't have that, Ivan," and then
Yeah,
you
and
had
I
to
was like,
go
I don't
find
have
more.
the health to.
And it was like Andy was like playing the seed solo for the longest time, and
That's what happened to us too.
Yeah.
Like it got to the point where Aussie was like 5 crystals, 1 boss. I was like 1 crystal, 1 boss. So I was like, you gotta do
I
your
guess
thing, man.
go do your
I gotta
thing and
catch
catch
up.
up.
like
So
it was like every possible thing that could have gone wrong to
Yeah.
make me waste more time happen too, because Andy's pegs didn't go back up in Swamp Palace, so I still had to go to left side to do the big key chest. And
And we do have Andy with us.
Hello,
Oh.
GGs.
you drunk yet?
Nope, not yet.
Yeah, I saw some chatter about some getting drunk.
gotta get
so.
another beer.
I already opened a beer. It's a double IPA, so it's gonna be quick. Yeah, that seed was rough.
Yeah, nice job finding that gravity suit without the high jump. Honestly,
Yeah.
I was telling the other guys before you got here that I had to look up the logic just to see if that was in logic because we couldn't think of what else it was going to be.
I am now very close friends with all the snails and crabs in Meridia. Yeah, that was rough. Yeah, everything was just Ivan following me the whole way, and then once Mir was in Upper Norfair, Ivan had to like follow me to get E-tanks through Thieves Town, just because it was relatively light E-tank wise early, aside from like, just following one person. It was oh god, after that SGL qualifier and then this like immediately afterwards, I'm like done with this video game.
Yeah, that was definitely a tough qualifier. I'm guessing based on the finish times that you because I think there was for those of you that didn't know, it was a flute on pedestal. And I figure it was probably split between those that checked pad early and those that didn't. I'm guessing you guys were in those that didn't. I know Aussie didn't.
Solsky and I both checked it early, but we just played the rest of the scene really badly.
I checked it pretty late actually, but I had like 6 crystals in hand when I checked pad because it was like pendant, dungeon dives, and like some overworld. I was like, I gotta check pad or else I'm screwed. So
the funny thing about this seed was I was saying if I was in Ivan's shoes and Andy was like, "Hey, Duck, the gravity suit's here," I'd be like, "No, thank you. I'll just find the high jump and just ignore that." Like, I'm not doing that. Like,
just high jump was lava dive to get your high jump.
Yeah, I would do high jump with lava dive, and I just kill Dragon. I'm like, "Nope, I'm good. Thanks."
That was our last location anyway.
Yeah. I'm just saying, if I was you, I wouldn't have followed. I'd just been like, "I'm good. I'll find."
Well, I mean, you didn't make it to Mama Turtle or Crab Supers, which also
I thought
could have had the items.
Turtle logic.
Oh, I saw Crab Supers. I made it up there.
Oh, that's right. Because you went from the wrong direction.
Aussie had a good point there, Duck. That Crab, you can check Mama 2 with space, but you can't get out, so it's not logic. Just FYI.
Oh, you can't get down there with that? I have no.
Well, you can't. No, you can get down there. You just can't get out.
Yeah, there's a really hard spring ball jump that gets you out, but
no, you can. It's in logic because we had a race at the beginning of the tournament where there was a flute at Mama Turtle.
Was it just spring ball to get out?
It was spring
plasma
ball.
ice.
Yeah, it was bootless and it was spring ball.
Oh god.
And maybe ice. I don't know if they had ice or not.
See, we're learning the fine points of the logic.
I mean, I've never seen a bootless suitless seed. No, that's not true. I saw one where it was at Baoon E-Tank, but that's kind of pretty tame.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that'd be fine. But I've never seen one before this until this tournament. We've had 2 of them.
I was going to watering hole. I'm like, can I even like get out of here with bootless like spring ball jump? And I was like, probably. I don't know.
You gotta do like standing spin jump into the wall jump, the infinite wall jump to get out. Like it's like from Cross Esplendo. Yeah.
A little bit of karma that you guys are here because of a suitless bootless, and now
a misfire on suitless bootless.
And the losers practice because of suitless. So there's a little bit of karmic justice, I suppose, but like it's now affected pretty much every team in like the top 8, and it's just and like every time it's like it's the best teams, and like everyone's just like except for Aussie's, who made it look like he remotely knew what he was doing. Everyone else is just like, I don't know what's going on. Like,
So I also
Including
take
the
responsibility
commentators.
for the seed because, after seeing the debacle that was yesterday, I said, like, we were talking about that in the race room, so I just like pre-gen 10 seeds to try and change the PRG. So I said it in the race chat too. I was like,
That's right.
I
you
wiped out
did.
the PRG, and then we get this
Jesus
masterpiece.
This is literally just Solski's fault.
Okay, let's blame Solsky.
I'm surprised you guys didn't do the lava dive before the bootless suitless stuff, because you guys obviously can both do it. And like I was like, why not just go down here first? Like you could just get high jump or something.
Hold on, you way overestimate my ability.
No, the other team. I don't know if we're messing anything. Don't worry about it.
We thought about it, but like I haven't really actively practiced a bit. Aussie's I think he mentioned too, he's not too comfy with it either, so it was like
I
And then he
thought
crushed it.
Aussie nailed it pretty.
yeah, he got it
first
right
try.
away.
Yeah, it was,
My hands had the
Definitely
yips.
rusty.
My hands
Well-
had the yips a couple times. So
no, it was just weird because like you guys were avoiding it and they did it anyways. I'm like, why don't you just do this first? Like that was the thing that
Yeah.
was weird to me. So because I know you both can do it. And that
yeah,
was-
we thought about it, but we were like, we got to stay in logic because we could be missing other things at the time too. And then when it got down to just like gravity, basically, we were like, I'm still looking for charger ammo. His ammo situation was amazing. Mine was terrible.
Yeah, been
So
there.
it really worked out that I found charge because
Yes,
that would have been a disaster.
Yeah.
So that's why he was like, yeah, I'm really worried about like, the suit situation and we should just go from Meridian. I'm like, gentle reminder, I need charge or 9,000
yeah.
supers.
I totally get that because that's what knocked us out of the tournament. It was
I was like,
we needed. I had 30 supers going into GT.
I had 79. I had 75 missiles and 20 soups when I found charge. So I was like, yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Ivan was a little better than that. I think like in LN, Ivan was like 55,
35,
30 or
supers.
something like that.
He had 25 when I think when we started actually looking at it, and it was no, maybe it was. It's
No, I thought
hard
it was
for-
35.
Yeah, I think
It was 35 at one
But
point.
yeah, after all of that, you're still low on ammo. Like it's just,
Mhm.
we should all send you chocolates or something. I don't know. I'm so so sorry.
all right, Doc, just play Diablo 2 with me after this. All right.
Yeah, of course.
That's all we got to do.
Carry you there. It's fine.
Yep.
All right. So next, Solsky and Hasi, you get another break. Andy and Ivan, you're not done yet. You get to wait for one of Bear Pair, Croc's cronies, or Will Cut Grass for rupees. Any thoughts?
I don't know. Bear pair. You never know with Asner. Rando
Mm.
Brain is too strong. I imagine he won't get himself stuck in Sulis Meridia a second time.
One hopes not.
Rip.
But all the teams are good. We'll cut grass for rupees. Upset Plasma Go Burr, I guess, yesterday. I think it
By
was them.
seed, yeah. I think it was upset by
Yeah.
seed. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I
it
would
was
call
a
it a
very
straight
even
upset.
match.
I saw them going far. So
I mean,
I'd call it an upset.
Yeah, I thought Plasma Go Burr was like a pretty solid 3
Mhm.
going into this tournament. They both, Nate and Shadow, have both improved a ton in, like the last couple months.
For sure.
It's like in the shadows too, right? Because they don't really race until like this tournament.
yeah.
They just come out
I
of
know,
nowhere.
much.
right?
But yeah, I mean, this can happen to literally any of us, and whoever deals with it the least terrible is going to come out on top.
I
So-
don't care who it is. I just want a better seed.
Same.
we'll try for that.
Same.
Same.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
happy
The
to have played this
SGL qualifier was so bad I didn't have time to cook dinner in between that and this. So I was like, maybe we'll just get a jet seed and I can cook dinner at like 11.
Don't worry, we're in my dinner.
11:30.
Too.
Well, at the beginning of the
Oh.
race, I called Ivan the winner ahead of time because he didn't play the SG live qual.
I am
Yeah,
the
the three
winner.
of you
I didn't
did.
have to play the entire game.
That's true.
There, that's true too.
Someone in chat actually mentioned that the times that we like Andy, Aussie, and I finished at like is the exact same positions for the quals that we finished in. So Aussie finished
Yep.
first out of us 3,
Yep.
and then I finished, and then Andy.
And then
That's
Ivan
true.
didn't finish at all.
Yeah.
Yep.
There you go.
It's just like the SG qual, right? So
hmm
Yeah, like I said, it's just everyone in this race is extremely talented at everything, and just to see this like kind of meme whatever seed is just, I don't know, it kind of takes it out a little bit.
I even went and made sure last night I learned how to grapple jump out of Dragon, and I made sure I knew how to do the splash deletion with the bow for the stupid Zora item. And then we got this pile of
Yep.
garbage. So
Yep.
Thank
We
you
never
for
did find
censoring.
grapple beam.
no,
nope.
Maybe it was sitting on Ped.
Gross.
All right, I think everyone needs to go get.
Yeah.
Yeah, go get food and/or adult beverages.
Yup.
So again, good game, guys.
GG's.
Looking forward to seeing you in a couple
GGs.
weeks. See you there.
Yep.
Yeah,
See ya.
not unlikely. Could definitely see a rematch. So good luck to all of you, and thank you all for putting on quite the show. It was definitely an interesting one. But yeah, I mean, this could pretty much do it for us. Yeah, definitely like to thank all our runners. I'd like to thank Afty Duck for joining me on comms at the last minute because reasons for scheduling late. And of course, our trackers we got at the last minute. We had Epi and Metroid MST on tracking. Shout outs to them for handling the pushing of all the buttons for this one. Duck, you got anything else?
No, I'm done. After these last 2 days, I'm done. Goodbye.
Okay. Okay. We got the next race. We have Bear Pair versus the aforementioned Bear Pair versus Croc's Cronies will be Sunday night at 8 o'clock, which will just about get the losers bracket caught up with one more race to come before we get to the losers finals. And yeah, that's gonna do it for us. We'll see you all 8 o'clock Sunday night for that race. And yeah, have a great evening. The rest of for those of you, the rest of the evening, have a good rest of your evening.